Hello and welcome to the Your TV studios in Peterborough. It is the 2021 Pink in the Rink special, and I'm Dan Malta. Happy to be here despite the pandemic. We're going to be able to put on some version of a Pink in the Rink broadcast, and we absolutely miss being there at the PMC for the games, especially the Pink in the Rink night, but we're going to do our best to make sure that you get to live it and feel it as close as possible to being there without being there due to the present circumstances. So coming up over the next couple hours, we've got the game action, and that's a 4-1 Peterborough Petes win over the Oshawa Generals. So there's something to watch there. A couple of goals from now Toronto Maple Leaf Nick Robertson as well. We'll also hear from Pete Dalday, the Peterborough Petes play-by-play voice. We've been missing him like crazy here at Your TV. Also, Dave Roach, one of the honorary chairs for Pink in the Rink, alongside his brother Scott. He'll catch up with us at the end of the broadcast to talk about what it took to fundraise during a pandemic. That had to be a challenge. Also, Curtis Trolley from the Peterborough Petes alongside his mother Leanne. Leanne, a cancer survivor herself, also working in the cancer unit at the PRHC. And Curtis, of course, played in the Pink in the Rink game last season, so we'll hear from them during the first intermission. Also, Allison Payne coming up shortly, and Riley Markle here on Your TV from the Peterborough Petes. So we've got a ton of content for you along with the game, and we'll start things off with some words from the sponsors for Pink in the Rink.
Hi, I'm Cheryl Healy from Waterworld Pools in Peterborough. We are super excited to be a platinum sponsor of this year's virtual Pink in the Rink. Unfortunately, cancer was not shut down with the COVID pandemic. That is why this year, more than ever, they need everyone's support. On behalf of myself and the Waterworld team, we wish Allison and all her team all the best in a successful event.
Hi, Chase Curtis from Elf Curtis Home Improvements. We're excited to be part of Pink in the Rink again this season. We became involved with Pink in the Rink to help the community fight an awful disease which has impacted and touched the lives of so many.
I'm Andrew Pyle, and on behalf of the entire Pyle Group team, we are happy and proud to once again be sponsors for Pink in the Rink. The year behind us has been a challenging one, but we know full well that cancer does not take a vacation just because of a virus, and the needs for funds and support are greater than ever. Thank you very much.
A massive congratulations and a huge appreciation goes out to those sponsors we just heard from. And on behalf of Your TV and Cogeco, I must say we are honored to be sponsors of Pink in the Rink. And it is an event that couldn't happen without the Canadian Cancer Society or the Peterborough Petes. So now let's hear from Allison Payne, and then after that we'll chat with Riley Markle from the Peterborough Petes.
Yeah, it's very different, especially now that the OHL season's been delayed. So really it is. It was a decision that the committee made for sure, along with myself. We really wanted to keep it going, and we talked to the Petes. We really felt it's such a big event in the city that to keep that momentum going, knowing that, I mean, there's a pandemic, obviously, that stopped everything. People are still going to cancer treatments. They're still getting diagnosed with cancer. That research still needs to happen. So although a lot of things have stopped because of COVID, we can't stop funding research and we can't stop raising money. So we really wanted to figure out a way to keep the event going in whatever capacity we could. Our sponsors jumped back on board, which was amazing. That was definitely a key part of this. And bring those stories out through social media and media interviews. And that's what we've been doing the last couple of weeks, is getting those stories and those videos shared of people who have experienced cancer and what it was like for them, and having that call out to donate money coming directly from those survivors. I mean, we obviously we want to build on the revenue every year. We knew that this year we weren't going to be able to do that, and that's just our new reality. So we try not to get too caught up in the fact that we set our goal at 40,000 with the OHL being delayed. I don't know, we'll raise that or not, but at this point, it was really just raising as much as we possibly can. I know there's definitely some things that we've tabled to look at again for next year, because we didn't want to, to kind of take a big step forward on a year that we were just trying to keep going. So we're already talking 2022. Our head's already in that game, and the ideas are already flowing.
That was Allison Payne from the Canadian Cancer Society. Does a great job each and every year putting on Pink in the Rink along with the Peterborough Petes. Now from the Peterborough Petes, we have Riley Markle. And Riley, you've been a part of 3 Pink in the Rinks, 2 as a full-time staff member for the Petes, and before that you were an intern. But things keep ramping up, or have kept ramping up, and then this year essentially fall off a cliff. How difficult has it been, and to keep things going for Pink in the Rink this year?
Yeah, I know. I'm sure I speak for everyone when I say I wish we were at the Memorial Center tonight. Not only tonight, but every Thursday and Saturday. It's been pretty tough, but it's been a challenge. But you know what? The people of the Cancer Society are doing their best to make an event happen, and I think this might be one of the only OHL teams who are doing anything virtually game night wise for the Cancer Society. So it's been a challenge. It's funny, all the highs of last year's, which was my first one in this role, and then kind of fall off a cliff, like you said, and it's the complete opposite this year for this one. But good for them and good for us and you guys as well for making the most of a bad situation.
And for me, Riley, the Pink in the Rink actually happening this year, it goes along with a lot of cancer survivors and their ability to push through and persevere and come out on the other side on top. And everybody who goes to battle with cancer is somebody who's seen a real challenge and tried their best to overcome it. Now this pales in comparison, but the Peterborough Petes and the Cancer Society showing that same perseverance to put on a Pink in the Rink event this year. What has it been like to deal with Dave and Scott Roach, your co-chairs, and Allison Payne from the Cancer Society, the communication on all ends to try and get this done?
Yeah, it's been great. You know what, Allison and Dave and Scott have been fantastic. You know, it's not only just for the Pink in the Rink game, but for everything. I know it's been a challenging year, and getting in front of people and asking for donations and trying to continue to raise awareness in a lockdown is something that's not exactly easy. So the communication with them has been fantastic, and they've been great, like as always. It's the word of 2020/2021 has been pivot. I think the Cancer Society and Dave and Scott have both been able to pivot along with us to make this event happen. And now I'm pretty proud of the work that everyone's done.
Yeah, it looks like it's going great so far, and we have some pictures of Brian Miller wearing all the different Pink in the Rink jerseys. Obviously, you guys miss working alongside with the coaching staff, the players, and everything like that, but you have your show going on Thursday Night Live, which aired right before this broadcast as well, but we're talking a little bit about just keeping the Petes and the OHL front of mind for people. Has that really been the focus for the Peterborough Petes, to try and stay engaged with the community?
Yeah, it really has. You know, it's like I said earlier, it's hard right now, especially for everyone. And I'm really missing being at that rink, feeling the buzz and smelling the popcorn on a Thursday and a Saturday. And one way we're trying to do that is, like you said, with Thursday Night Live. It's like if you tuned in just before this, you saw our chat with Dana Hefford this week. But it's one of the many challenges that everyone's having, and I think things like Thursday Night Live and Pink in the Rink, it's a little bit of a look back for normalcy. You know, like everywhere you go and everything you look at, it doesn't feel like normal. So I'm happy that with Pink in the Rink and with Thursday Night Live and with everything else that we're able to do, we're trying to make life feel a little bit normal.
Now, let's get a little bit of insight from you from being on the scene and your first Pink in the Rink game with the Peterborough Petes, where you feel more so part of the team. And everybody who's been there for their first Pink in the Rink, you can feel something different in the arena. The Oshawa Generals are in town, so that's always an interesting tidbit. That always is a draw. And then you add on to that with the names on the jerseys, the players with direct connections. They feel like they're carrying that flag for their friends or family members. And for you and the Pete's staff, what does it bring out of you?
It's it's funny. My first one when I was an intern, I had to step in and be DJ that night. So I was on the ones and twos bringing the music to everyone, and it was cool because you saw that buzz. Like I as much as I was basically able to take it all in and watch the reaction of the crowd and the buzz and the way the players and the fans react to that video tribute that always plays before the game. So like it's awesome. And then in my first one in the full-time role, in the game ops role, like I was right in there meeting with Allison every other week to make this thing happen and making sure that everything was ready to go. So it's obviously it's an amazing cause and an amazing experience, and I can't wait till we get to be back there next year to actually do it again.
And we're absolutely on board with you there, Riley, and we're going to wrap things up because we've got the first period and the opening ceremonies for the 2021 Pink in the Rink special coming up next on your TV. Welcome back to the 2021 Pink in the Rink special on Your TV. Once again, I'm Dan Malta inside the Your TV Peterborough studios. We've heard from Allison Payne from the Canadian Cancer Society. We've heard from Riley Markle from the Peterborough Petes, a few of the sponsors for tonight's event for Pink in the Rink. And there's still one thing that everybody's waiting for, and it's not the game. The game is coming up, but it's probably not the most moving moment of any Pink in the Rink broadcast or game. For me personally, and I think I speak on behalf of most people associated with Pink in the Rink, it's the video. It's the tribute video at the start of each game that airs on the video board at the Peterborough Memorial Center. It airs during our broadcasts on Your TV. It's a tribute to all of those that have gone to battle with cancer, whether they've survived or not. It's important to take note of what they've been through. Also, the families that are submitting these photos, it means the world to them to have their loved ones displayed for everyone to see, and the Peterborough community as well. You'll see people that you know, and it's impossible to watch this without being moved. So before we get to the first period, here is the 2021 Pink in the Rink honorary video.
Someday, pink will just be a color, not a ribbon to remember, a best friend or a mother. Someday, you won't have to put a wig on, and a baseball cap will just be a hat. Not something to hide under, 'cause your hair is gone. Someday's coming in me. You gotta believe without seeing. You gotta keep going, keep breathing. When you face a day that feels like you're gonna break, lean on the ones that love you, the guardian angels above you, and think about where pink is just another color. Someday, your time will be your own time. No waiting rooms or doctor's news that make you wanna cry. And someday we're gonna have a party. We'll pop pink balloons with people who know love can be an army. It's an army. Someday is coming any day. You gotta believe without seeing. You gotta keep going, keep breathing. When you face a day that feels like you're gonna break, lean on the ones that love you, the guardian angels above you, and think about when pink is just another color. Ooh, just another color. Someday, and it's coming any day. You gotta believe without seeing. You gotta keep going, keep breathing. When you face a day that feels like you're gonna break, you gotta believe without seeing. You gotta keep going, keep breathing. When you face a day that feels like you're gonna break, so lean on the ones that love you, the guardian angels above you, and think about when pink's just another color. Ooh, just another color. Just another color.
Let's take a look at your starting goaltenders. Jordan Coy is the starter again tonight for the Oshawa Generals with 8 wins under his belt at the south end of the Memorial Center. Getting the start for Oshawa. Down at the other end is Hunter Jones. There's Jones in 37 games played, 23 wins. He's been stuck at that 23 for a little while now. It's been a few weeks, so he's wanting to get past that. And there's your officials, Ryan Harrison and Jesse Milmont. Will Dykeman and Matt Keko on the lines tonight.
The Petes have given up a goal in the opening 5 minutes of their last 4 games, including 2 in the opening 30 seconds. So they need a good start here, to state the obvious, Pete.
Yes, indeed, and we're underway. The Generals in white, the Petes in pink and black and maroon. And we are underway in front of a sold-out Peterborough Memorial Center as the puck is snapped in deep. In fact, this rink was filled at about an hour before game time. There was a buzz in the air tonight. Wilson's shot, that goes off the end glass. Coming in is Declan Chisholm behind the net. Max Grondin with the pass and fanned on his pass. As we have Robertson, Grondin, and Dargan Chintsev starting out here tonight as a unit, anyhow, for the opening shift as the puck is played here. Offside, Oshawa charge, and the draw comes out to the neutral zone.
You talk about the buzz in the air, Pete. You can certainly feel it on this night compared to most of the nights at the Peterborough Memorial Center. The crowd was here early. They had a little Pink in the Rink game earlier today at 2 o'clock. The midget AAAs were involved. They had the pink jerseys on, and then there was a couple kids games leading up to this one. So it has been an action-packed day here at the Memorial Center.
Yeah, it's gone, in 11 years, it's gone from just a game at night on the Saturday to really almost, as you say, a full day here. And then, you know, the hockey teams have been wearing the pink and the pink tape. And it's turned into a whole month almost in a way as the puck is played here in the corner, which is fantastic as the puck comes back here to the neutral zone. Because at the end of the day, I mean, Pink in the Rink, yeah, you want to raise as much money as possible, but I think it's more than that. I think it's an outlet. It's just an opportunity to raise awareness, raise a lot of things. And it is fantastic to see the whole community get involved as the puck will be played here. Indeed, by the Generals, the Petes looking for a steal. Getting in here, out in front, a chance. Oh, fanning on the shot was John Parker Jones. You couldn't ask for a better opportunity there. Gripping the stick a little tight perhaps. Off the post. Off the crossbar. Oshawa almost coming down and opening the scoring. As the puck will be played here, it's snapped up to the blue line and now a little deeper into their own zone. As the puck will be lifted up in deep. There'll be a race for it. McNamara hustles in there. That McNamara. This is a special night for him as well, as it is a lot of players, but the McNamara family, and especially on the Collins side of his family, really affected by cancer over the years, Scott, as you know. Lost quite a few people from that side of the family to cancer, as the puck will be played here by the Petes. Back in their own zone. Looking to open the scoring. The rivalry continues. These two teams just battled last night, so it's a quick turnaround, so we get an icing call.
Oshawa scoring 29 seconds into that game and never looked back, en route to a 7-2 thrashing of the Petes. And here's a look at those Generals controlling a bit of the pace early on as they reset all the way back into their own zone, letting everyone get a touch. Good puck movement so far in the opening 2.5 by the Gens.
Quick shot, that goes wide of the goal, comes all the way back to the Oshawa end of the ice. And hustling back to play it here, and grabbing it is David Jesus. He's going to set it up in behind the net. McLean, he circles, doesn't take it. Jesus will play it. He'll get it over here to Velati. And the puck is sent in deep by Oshawa, coming off that big win last night. Off to a great start, 4-0, and then Pete's were never in it. Here's Dargan Chintsev down the left side of the ice. He dropped it here for Declan Chisholm. Chisholm got to get it back here for Robertson. Curtis Charlie scored his first OHL goal last night, so that was certainly a plus. He's back in the lineup here today for this one. Here's a chance. Robertson comes in. Loose puck. It's cleared all. Pete's can't get a break here. As the puck can be played here, Dargan Chintsev drops it back. Wilson comes in. He shoots. They score. It's waved off. Referee says no goal. In fact, he says draw's coming out. I'm going to guess a high stick, Scott. I didn't quite see, but
if the draw's coming outside, that would be the only reason why. And the Petes, they're going to celebrate anyhow. Max Grondin leads the way down the line. He got a piece of it, but the referee, he's not even looking at reviewing it. He says to the Petes, I got a clear enough look, and watch Grondin's stick. Is it above the crossbar? That's pretty tough to say right there. Referee's got a better angle. Obviously, he was level right with the crossbar, but the fact that they're not even going to take a look at this, all three Pete's coaches asking Wilmot for some explanation right now on the ice, and the other referee just came in and said, hey, we'll call up.
Well, it was, I'll put it to you this way. It wasn't that obvious that I would have been that sure of the call. I mean, I guess you got to make a call one way or another, but that's worth looking at. I mean, it wasn't as though it was way, way up. Like,
Here's a better angle. So watch Grondin's stick, watch the crossbar, and watch the referee, the angle that he's at.
Like, his stick was up at one point, but then it comes down. Oh, yeah.
That's tough, and the referee is behind, so he can't see. So I think he saw when Grondin's stick was way up in the air the first time, because that was definitely above, and I think that's where he thought there was contact, because if you're the ref, you can't see through Max Grondin's back. So there's no way he could have seen that puck getting tipped. So this will be his first look at it, and to be that assertive, unless he saw something completely different, I'm not sure, but he was very sure when he went over to that Pete's bench. So there you see, it's up there, high stick, touches right there, and that's going to be close, actually, Pete. That angle is very close. And again, it has to be inconclusive evidence to overturn it. So it was called a no goal, so they have to have enough evidence to overturn that. And I'm not sure if they do, if that's the looks that we have. We'll take another look right here. One look that we had is uncertain. This one, the referee couldn't see. So his back is completely to it, and you see Grondin right there turning around.
Oh, his stick's down at that point. His stick is like maybe above that Generals logo. I don't know. It's weird how the two different angles, right? That angle looks like it's a good one. The other angle, I could see where the referee would be like, yeah, no, that was high, but it's amazing the difference.
It really is. That first one, it looked like he touched it when he was up top, and that last angle right there doesn't even look close. So what angle do you go by if you're the referee, and how do they decide this? I think he was so sure of himself that I think he's going to come out with the no goal regardless. That's a tough one. I wouldn't want to be in his position here, and they're really looking at it. And he wasn't even going to review it, Wilmot. It was Harrison who wanted it, well, didn't want it reviewed, but obliged to have it reviewed. And this is the one that looks like the high stick. Right there, looks like he gets a piece of it when his stick's above the shoulder. And then this angle here doesn't even look close. And you're watching 28 Grandin right in front. So we'll see. They've got a couple different angles than us as well that they can have a look at, and they're being careful here.
Yeah, that was a tough call, but he was pretty confident. I guess you gotta be. I mean, it's like, okay, that's the way I saw it.
They have one other look that's over top, so I don't even know if that would be conclusive. So they've got that overhead hanging camera that looks straight down. So the angles that we've shown are probably the two best looks that the referees are going to have. Very interesting turn of events, though.
Yeah,
The referee waved it off immediately, went over to the coaches, had an explanation, and then it took them a while for the Petes to convince them to even review it.
I'll tell you, if his stick is above the crossbar, I don't think that puck goes down the way it does. Like, I think it would have went up. Wow.
That angle, if that's the only angle they have, I'm saying no goal, right? The other angle looks like it's lower. It's very strange how both these angles can be completely different. And then the referee had a completely different angle when he called it. He was behind Grandin. So he wasn't even seeing the two looks that we're getting right now.
He was on the east side there, yeah. This is one of the longer reviews that of the season for sure.
This would be a great break for the Petes. Not even a break. If it's an actual goal, it's not like they're getting a break. They're just getting the call corrected. But after the starts that we've seen from the Petes over the last few weeks,
they need it.
This is huge to get the first goal and not have to play catch up the rest of the game, because we've seen that's been a problem for Peterborough. They haven't been able to catch up. They're out of the game before it even starts, and that has been the story the last 4 games. Even in that 5th game, if you go back to that 5th game that they've lost in a row, the first goal came 5.5 minutes in. So the first 4 games, opening 5 minutes, they allowed a goal. That last game was just 5:30, so early goals have sunk the Petes here, and referees still taking a look, Pete.
Good to see Adam Preston-Lord, part of the opening face-off tonight, part of our Your TV team indirectly, the son of our own Mike Lord, who's away on vacation, but it's certainly good to have him involved. And there's Lordy there in his Pink in the Rink shirt down in, I think he's down in Mexico, Punta Cana. And we're thinking of Mike as well and his wife as well, as they're supporting Pink in the Rink, and special to them this year too. So looking pretty sharp there, Lordy. Hey?
He is, yeah. I saw the lifeguard stand behind too. I don't know if he's on duty today, but good for him. And yeah, it's awesome. Awesome picture that he sent.
That's great.
We got the Jeopardy music on now, Pete. That's how long it's taken.
Yeah, this is double Jeopardy. It's a goal. It's a good one. 1-0 Peterborough leading the Oshawa Generals.
Wilmot goes over and says something to Rob Wilson. I mean, he was wrong, and he owned it.
You know, that's a tough call, man. We were watching it in slow motion from different angles. He had to call it live.
From behind Grandin, too, and it happened so quick. And when you make the call, of course you're going to be sure of yourself and go with what your original call was. You're not going to question anything, so that's why he was certain. But here we are, 1-0. It's a good goal.
Declan Chisholm back to get the puck in his own zone here. Sends it in. Grandin to the net again, looking for another one. Now a power play coming up, as the Petes are going to get a man advantage here, so things are going as good as they could be for Peterborough to start this game.
Not a bad shift for Max Grandin. He is in front of the net for that goal. And now he draws a penalty with his hard work behind the net, and he's going to get rewarded by being put up on that first unit power play. Taking that face off instead of Gallant right now. And Thomas is also on the bench. The Petes shaking their power play unit up a little bit.
A body, gets the puck off the draw, snaps it down into the corner. Hunter Jones. Leaving it here for Declan Chisholm. Here comes Simon Dargachintsev over the blue line. Drops it. Here's Robertson. Robertson extending his goal-scoring streak last night in that loss. Slides it over in the slot. McTavish scores! Mason McTavish on the power play. It's 2-0 Peterborough.
Well, that took just 23 seconds of power play time for the rookie to add the second goal for the Petes, and that is big. If you've been following this team over their 5-game losing streak, they have given up some early goals in the opening 5 minutes, and now they've put up 2 of their own in the opening 5. McTavish right in front. He's got time to bury and plant it. Nice shot from the rookie, and knows where to park himself right in that high slot.
Here come the Generals looking to respond. A backhander, and it's played right here to the point. Jesus has it and then unloads it again. Tomasino had it blocked. There's a shot by Moore. That didn't miss by a heck of a lot. And now played here by Jacob Paquette. Here come the Petes. Akil Thomas over the blue line, drops it, and a quick shot there taking by the Petes, Jack York. And the puck is scooped up here by Coy. What I liked about the goal by McTavish is he was able to stop it quickly and then snap it all within like a second and a half. Generals not happy with the start. It was kind of the opposite way last night. 4th in the Eastern Conference. They're right there, Scott. They are
5 points behind the Petes right now. Few games in hand. Big 2 points last night against the Petes, and an opportunity to steal 2 more as that 2nd and 3rd place in the division is getting closer.
Yeah, some interesting moves by Oshawa in around the trade deadline, and I think some people thought, well, what exactly are they up to here? Are they selling? Are they buying? It's been a good mix, and they got some years ahead of them too. So right now, though, trailing 2-0 here. Pink and the Rink sold out affair tonight at the Peterborough Memorial Center.
There's a look at the Petes, and very important points here, as we mentioned. Oshawa grabbing 2 last night, and overall right now, if the playoffs were to start, the Petes would be 3rd, Oshawa would be 4th, and that's where the Petes want to be at this moment. And why is that a better spot than 4th? Well, you avoid playing the Ottawa 67s until that Eastern final. If you finish 4th, you might meet first place Ottawa in that 2nd round.
Sure. Loose puck in the far corner. Robertson's knocked down, but it's played by Dargachintsev and unable to keep it in. Declan Chisholm. Chisholm over to Wilson. Wilson off the boards. Up for Grondin. Dargachintsev lifting it in deep. And Robertson on the forecheck against Nico Gross. Jeff Bukaboom of the New York Rangers probably keeping a close watch on Nico tonight. As the puck will be played, here's a steal by McLean. He goes high, and that goes up and out of play.
Right off the knob of Jones' stick there. He just barely got that up. Hit the tape as we take a look at Kyle McLean. 2 goals in that 7-2 win last night as the Generals, from opening until the end of the game, took it to the Petes for a full 60 minutes.
Draw won by Oshawa, and looked like Jones was screened there, but still was able to track that puck. Made the stop. Saw his dad coming into the rink tonight. Finally got to meet his mom, which was nice as well. So mom and dad here tonight enjoying this one. Probably feeling a little better that Hunter and his team's up 2-0 and not down 2-0, which has been the case over the last few games as the puck will be played along the end wall. Here's McLean. McLean gets it ahead. Generals heading up the other way. Suni sent it in. Newman out there, Brett Newman. Feels like he's played against the Petes for about the last 8 years, either in Kingston or Oshawa. He always plays well too. Here's a shot, they score. Tulio into the empty net. And the Oshawa Generals have closed the gap on a bit of a miscue there.
Well, just a couple minutes after the Petes added their 2nd goal on the power play, the Jennies cut the lead to 1 here and silenced the PMC crowd A lot of Oshawa fans here, mind you, so we did hear some cheers after that goal, but it went from energy to silent inside the arena after that one found the back of the net. Nice pass from behind as Tulio found an opening, crept his way into the top of the crease. Now McSorley being asked to fix his chin strap. So he's been told to go over to the bench. He's arguing with the ref. He says it's done up. He's pulling on it, and they still told him to go off there.
Dropped the puck. I think Wilmot's in a very good mood now.
McSorley's still pulling on a strike. I can't do it up anymore.
In behind the net, Avon. He took a bit of a hit to the head right there by Gagne. Now the Pete's got a shot towards the goal and a save by Coy. 13:08 to go in the first period. The PMC Pub and Grill. It was a busy place tonight, I tell you. They provide the crew meals for the OHL tonight here in Peterborough. They were busy. They're hopping in there. Future Pete's games. Come on down. Have a meal at the PMC Pub and Grill.
No, it's pretty packed. I was here just before 5, and I know we had a couple kids games going on before, so I think a lot of people took advantage, came down early to check that out. Might have been parents from the kids playing on there as well, but yeah, it was bumping in there.
That's great. Love to see that every Saturday game, you know. That place rocking in there, and lots of atmosphere in the rink right from the time we arrived. Here's Declan Chisholm ahead. Akil Thomas deflects that puck in. Brady Hins will chase after it. Zach Gallant is out there too, comes back to the point. Chisholm shoots, goes off a stick. Loose puck right here. Thomas trying to jam it into the side of the goal. Oshawa will get the puck back here. They'll lift it up and out, and it's going to go all the way down the length of the ice, and icing's whistled down.
Akil Thomas with a good opportunity there as he tried to extend his point streak. He has scored in every game in a Pete's uniform. A guy who hasn't scored in a couple games, though, Zach Gallant, back from his 2-game suspension. So he missed Thursday and last night. Of course, both losses for the Petes. Always good to get the captain back into the lineup. There's that last opportunity by Akil Thomas. Just couldn't get a handle on it as Coy was stretched out. What a great acquisition that was by the Generals, picking up Jordan Coy.
Brady Hins cut under his eye there, and he's being attended to. A little blood there, so I don't know if he needs a stitch or not, but must have been perhaps on that hit. He was involved in a little collision. As the puck will be played here by Oshawa. When they get it out, they do. They'll poke it out towards the Peterborough line. Tulio has it. He has scored for the Generals. Passes it ahead. Gets it all the way up there as he finds McShane. Arganchinsa, quick feed. And skating it down the right side of the ice is Max Grondin. Grondin as the Pete's McNamara back to get it. Tulio lost an edge. He went flying to the ice. Makes a change. Get a skate looked at perhaps. And this puck will be played in deep here by the Generals in their own zone. They quickly get it out. Suni up to the Peterborough zone. McNamara's there through the middle. Passes it to McTavish. Lost it, gets it right back. Drops it over. One-timer by Parker Jones. That was blocked. Pete still with it. McTavish is open out in the slot. Pete's hanging on to it back to the point. Parker Jones shoots a good low wrist shot. That's kicked away by Coy. And the puck play here as Velati got bumped by Parker Jones. Still got the puck down the right side for Newman. Puts on the brakes, but perhaps put him on a little too quick.
Spun so hard he lost his bucket, Pete.
Like Scotty going down George Street in a hurry. He throws those brakes on the ice and ends up over on water.
It happens. But Newman just tried to turn on a dime and ended up losing his footing and his helmet at the same time. And here he is right there. It would have been a great move had he got around. McNamara was waiting, though. He stopped as well.
Yeah. Draw deep inside the Pete zone here. 11:09 to go in the first. 2-1 Peterborough out in front. And the puck is, I think, McTavish is lying on it there. There it is.
Yeah, McTavish was tied up. He had Brett Harrison's leg underneath him, too, so he didn't bother moving. He just waited for the whistle. Smart play, reset things. McSorley makes his way back out, finally solved his chin strap issue.
Big draw here as Oshawa wants to get it back here. They win the face-off. John Parker Jones with some cross checks there. Looks like he could play a little across. As the puck is lifted up and out. And Oshawa back to get it. Jesus has it. Passes it over here to Moore. Tipped in. Back for it will be Wilson. Hudson Wilson. The overager here for the Petes. Jacob Paquette is the other overager on the back end. And then Zach Gallant rounds it out up front as Little has it here. Little sends it down. Moore will skate back to get it here for Oshawa. Into the far corner for Jesus ahead. Got it to McSorley, back to Jesus in the corner. Moore has it with his head up, gets it up here, and gets it to Winterton. Over the Peterborough zone. Oshawa making some changes. Petes will wrist it in. Moore knocking it down and pokes it out. Brady Hins allows Gallant to take it. And the Petes captain sends it over. And it's Uriak getting it in deep. Up from the Lindsay Muskies here tonight, as is Curtis Trolley. Getting some actions. He's got the fishbowl on. Some guys go with the full cage, the call-ups. Some go with the old fishbowl. Were you ever a visor guy, Scotty? Or
I was always full cage, and then when we got to the age, just ripped it right off.
Right off.
Right. Yeah. Never a bubble or aquarium guy.
No. All right. Well, it's better visually, but perhaps a little tougher to breathe, I always found.
I just remember guys always squirting vinegar in it and stuff so it wouldn't fog up. It just didn't seem too awesome.
Dish soap. It's come a long way. I think they got some fancy stuff now. 9:29 to go in the first. It's 2-1 Peterborough. You're watching the OHL tonight on your TV. Mr. Coy all set and ready to get back between the crease here. He has faced 7 Peterborough shots, 5 saves to his credit here tonight.
Nice acquisition from the Sarnia Sting as the Generals grabbed a few pieces at that trade deadline. We talked about Philip Tomasino being traded for 9 draft picks with Niagara, but Coy, a great acquisition back there as well, property of the Vegas Knights.
Draw one by the Petes. Quick shot and a quick save. Coy had to be careful there as one of the best sharpshooters, if you will, in the OHL. Nick Robertson let that go in a hurry.
Yeah, we've seen Nick Robertson score a lot of goals from that spot, right off the face-off too. This time here, Coy was ready, and that'll just reset things for the Petes. Generals choose to switch all 5 guys, get some fresh legs out there, and hoping that works.
Loose puck off the draw. Full house here tonight, Pink in the Rink. Second sellout in a row. Thursday night was rocking 2 and a loss. But over 3,800, and now tonight, another huge crowd at the PMC. Great to see as the puck comes back to the point. Paquette sends it over. McNamara fans on a shot. Now he risks one from his knees. That goes wide of the goal. And coming into the corner is Paquette to play. He'll shovel it into the far corner. Pete's some good pressure here. As it's going to be Robertson try to get it. It's whistled down by the referee Harrison.
Well, only 4 shots on net for the Generals. They managed to get that 1 goal, cutting the Petes lead to 2-1. And as we take a look at Declan Chisholm, he has assists in back-to-back games. Remember, he started that season on that long point streak. I wouldn't say he's quieted down, but it's been a few games where he's been held pointless, that's for sure.
I'd like to know where he sits officially in time on ice in the league. He's got to be right up there. Like, it's been a busy 3 quarters of the season for Declan Chisholm. Big hit delivered there by the Petes. Little came in out in front. John Parker Jones looking for the deflection. Oshawa will get the puck. Gagne will get it in. Back forward here for the Petes is Hudson Wilson. Declan Chisholm all the way ahead. Parker Jones. And here comes McTavish. A snapshot. Did he go 5-hole? He did, but just squeezing the pads was Coy.
I think Coy thought it might have went through the 5-hole. He felt it, and then he looked up to see if the referee's arm was signaling a goal. David Jesus was being used as the screen. So Coy at that point was just putting his legs down, hoping for the best.
Keel Thomas on the draw. In comes Zach Gallant. Rounding out this line is Brady Hins. And the puck will be played here through center. McNamara there for the Petes. Tipped in. Gallant chasing after it. It's banked off the end boards by Coy. Round to the far side. Stepien in there. The Petes get it back though to the point. A wrister Gurria with a shot. Blocked. He's got to hustle back here. He's got 3 Generals coming his way, and he breaks up the play. Nice defensive play by the rookie on the back end. Then fans wanted a call there on Oshawa against Gurria. They won't get it. Play will continue as Oshawa will keep it in at the right point. Mitchell Brewer. Generals looking to tie things up here with 7:25 to go in the first. Here's Brewer again with a shot, and it's cleared, and the Petes will get it to the line, not out. Moore keeps it in. And behind the goal. Now all the way back to Moore again. He looks, oh, nice pass intended there for Stepien, but just getting a stick on it was Gurria. Got a nice shift going here on the back end for the Petes. He'll lift it up and out, and now Oshawa quickly. Moore again. He winds, he fires. That's blocked by McNamara. Is going to be slow to get up. That one stings. He'll skate it off. Here comes Robertson in the meantime for Peterborough. Robertson picks it up a notch, stops, sends it over. He was hoping to get it to the left point, and York has to skate back to his own zone to play. Peterborough up by 1, just over 6.5 to go in the first period. Robertson in deep, chasing after it. Simon Gargan-Chinsev gets cross-checked. Looking to deliver a big check was Grondin, just missed his man. Got out of the way in time. Paquette up, Grondin tried to poke it in a little deeper. That gives his other man a shot here. That was Velotti. And now McShane has it. Crosses center, gets it in deep. And Greg Walters and his crew will make pretty much a wholesale change out here, sending out some fresh legs. And icing is called. Dan Malta coming up in the first intermission. Dan was on fire tonight in the opening. I loved his opening. He was looking sharp. He had a lot of great, brought groundhogs into it. Gift shop. I loved it. Ooh, I didn't like that.
You can hear it.
Didn't like that.
You can hear it hitting off the side of his leg, and the Petes get caught on a line change. McNamara realizing that he was the only one back and sacrificed his body right in front of that puck.
Puck is going to be played here off the glass and out. Got a feature with Mike Martone coming up here. As the puck will be taken here, one of the honorary chairs of Pink in the Rink.
Probably one of the best guys to be around as well. He's a funny guy, but one of the best people too.
I'm sure my mom will be taping that one on her Cogeco PVR because she's a big Mike Martone fan. Going back to his days with the Petes. And we got a penalty on the play here. It's going to be a little tripping call against McLean. So the Petes going on the power play, looking to get back their 2-goal lead.
Here's a look at it right here, and you see McLean right in the middle of the screen. It's a little bit of a trip.
So the draw here to the right of Coy. 5:39 remaining here in the opening period on a very special night tonight, Pink in the Rink. I put your name down on a couple auction items down in the lobby, Scott. I hope you don't mind.
Yeah, no, that's fine. As long as it's something good. Everything's good down there. That was a great auction table.
Yeah, amazing. Puck is played here along the near boards. The Oshawa Generals will get it out. So good start for the Generals on this penalty kill. Lots of Oshawa fans here tonight, which is fantastic. I love it. Love seeing those red jerseys in the crowd. Except for the one on my buddy Clem Navigon, who grew up in Peterborough, a huge Petes fan, and he's in the crowd wearing a Generals jersey because he's now a member of Gens Nation. As the puck will be played here by Dargin-Chinsev. Over the line here for Robertson. Robertson got it in deep. And it comes back to the left point. Declan Chisholm. Pete's on the man advantage, leading by 1 here, looking for more. Robertson shot looking for deflection. Almost looked like it went off the end netting, but apparently did not. Stayed in play, and Oshawa will get it in deep. That allows them to change up their penalty killers. And the Pete's back to regroup and reset here. Hins, Thomas, and Gallant. They look like the Hanson brothers the way they're all lined up there, Scott, in a row. All kind of thought they were all going to wind it up there a little bit. As the puck is lifted in, Gallant, Hins comes in, takes a bump by Velotti. Comes to the point. York is there. To the far side. Zach Gallant shoots. Stopped by Coy. Rebound goes off the side of the net. And the whistle goes with 38 seconds to go in the power play.
It looked like Gallant leaned down and said something to Coy after he made that save. Coy doing a fantastic job. That's the 10th shot he's faced, and he's had to be big with the rebounds. The Petes are buzzing around that net, and Coy somehow has managed to make the first and second stop on 3 different occasions here when he was forced to make the rebound save.
Draw one. Here's Thomas. Akil Thomas sends it over to York. Back to Thomas. 2 of the new Peterborough Petes going back and forth to the top of the circle. York again. Looks. Shoots. Got deflected. Goes wide of the goal. And it's Zach Gallant. Little went off his skate. Hins down to Gallant. Gallant's going to snap it around the near boards. Thomas is there. Over to York. York finds an open man. That's Brady Hins. Back to York. York to Thomas. Thomas looks for the deflection. Got it. Rebound. York looking for it at the point. Gets it back, but couldn't keep it in. Good pressure by the Petes. Power play has come to an end. Long pass. That is going to go for icing with 3:36 to go in the first. But Petes had some chances there. Just couldn't get a bounce.
Still that 2-1 score. We saw 2 Petes goals in the opening 5 minutes, and then a Generals goal a couple minutes later, and since then, the last 10 minutes, just back and forth action. Jones hasn't faced too many shots for the Petes, just the 5 so far.
Shot right there. That's a pretty good shot by the Generals. Took it up on the shoulder, and the puck is played here by Oshawa, looking to tie this one up. Moore at the left point. Over to the right side. Right there he finds Jesus. And now Moore. Moore with it. Moore looks. Drops it. McLean. He's got it. He goes a little wider in the slot. Now shoots. Goes off the stick of Gallant into the far corner. And Michael Little is there for Peterborough. He'll get it up. And Gallant neatly knocks it down. Gets it in. Then got to stick up a little on the high side there. And it's going to be a penalty. And it's going to go against the Petes captain, Zach Gallant. It's just a matter whether it's going to be 2, 4, 5, whatever the options are, Scotty.
And Leighton Moore was slow going off. He looks to be all right, though.
Puck knocked down. McShane with it. General's already with the extra attacker. And we'll see. Wilmot's going to go over to see if there's blood or not here. And that's going to determine how long this penalty is going to be for the Petes captain, Zach Gallant.
They're signaling 4 by the looks of it. The referee, that's what he showed Oshawa. Now he's showing the Petes bench the 4. He's in a happy mood today, too. Wilmot, he's in,
could be the mustache.
I don't know what it is, but he's all smiles when he's going over there. He's having a happy time.
I thought Dave Lynch came out of retirement when I said, like, that's a great stash.
Lynch, he did have a good stash.
Oh, yeah. He had a great mustache. Bill Prisniak back in the day. All the referees used to have great mustaches. I didn't Wilmot. He's part of that club now.
I like it.
Looking sharp. Tomasino gets it in. Oshawa with a chance with a 4-minute power play here. McShane walks into the slot across. Oh, what a pass. Loose puck. Oh, what a save. Hunter Jones. A fantastic stop by Jones. That was brilliant.
Ty Tullio trying to get a handle on it. He wasn't able to get his stick on it before Jones was able to recover and get back into position. But a mad scramble just 20 seconds into the power play. And watch Tullio right in front. He's got in his skate, finally gets his stick on it, and Jones kicks the leg out, closing the door in what looked like was going to be a goal in that bottom corner.
Yeah, he came back just in time. Fans looking for another call. Lots of referees here tonight.
That's what happens when it's a sold-out crowd, though.
Hey,
You're going to find a few more, but I love the energy here tonight. I love the atmosphere during this, during the Pink of the Rink games.
Yep, great vibe tonight for a lot of reasons tonight here at Lock and Lansdowne. Does it get much better than this? The Generals and the Petes on a Saturday night. Pretty good. Here's McShane. McShane, Bellotti, Newman. Newman with it. Drops it in a little deeper for Tullio. Back to Newman. Here's a shot. Fake. Bellotti moves it over. Another shot. Jones with the save. Off Tomasino. Now Newman again. Tomasino grabs it off the boards. Down low for Tullio. Here's a chance. Newman shoots, glove save. Hunter Jones took it away.
Newman looks surprised after that one. He thought he had that bottom corner all picked out, and Jones making it look easy, closing that bottom corner with the trapper. Still 2:43 left of power play time. And look at Newman right there. He just goes for that snap, and a little bit of flair on that glove save from Jones.
Been a good first period. 1:20 left in the period. Oshawa they don't score in this 1:20, will start power play, even if they do in the first, 42 seconds. They will continue.
Wilmot's just getting toweled off there, those fancy red towels. He's been involved in a lot of the action. I don't usually know a lot of the refs' names by the time things are over, but...
You know what? Going back to our conversation, I kind of like that, I miss not knowing the referees anymore in terms of, there's not as many characters as much anymore. He seems like he's got a little character to him. I like it. Confidence, too. That call, he was pretty sure.
Yeah, but he went right over after he had to change the call, went over to Wilson, owned it.
Absolutely.
We've seen some refs just skate away and say, I'm not even going to talk to you and avoid the situation.
True.
So not bad by Wilmot so far.
These guys have to, too. The officials have to love the atmosphere, too, right? As they do so many games. When it's a big game like this, they must enjoy being part of it. As the puck is sent in, Hunter Jones out of the net. Around it goes. Not out, though. Kept in by Moore. Now it's going to be played here by Suni. Suni in the corner. Watched by Grondin. Drops it back. And here's Moore. Over to the far circle. Shot. Oh, that one off Paquette. Good shot blocked there by Paquette. Pete's can't get it out, though. They have 22 seconds to kill here just to get to the intermission where they can kind of reset a bit. Moore again inside the blue line. Sony. He's going to move it over to the far side. Pass there. Suni couldn't connect with Gross. Now McLean with it in the far corner. Will drop pass. Loose puck. Scramble here. Only a few seconds left. The Petes will get it out. And that will do it for the opening 20 minutes. One period down. And the Petes lead it 2-1 after one period of play. Dan Malta coming up with your first intermission. He's pretty in pink tonight. And you're watching it here on your TV.
Stick around. Coming up during the first intermission, we hear from Curtis and Leanne Trolley. You're watching the 2021 Pink in the Rink special on your TV. Welcome back to the OHL tonight, the 2020 Pink in the Rink. Fast forwarded to 2021. I'm Dan Malta once again in the Your TV Peterborough studios. We're joined by Curtis and Leanne Trolley for our first intermission. Guys, thank you so much for joining me. I know it's got to be an interesting time for you guys. No hockey for Curtis, and Leanne, you're probably exceptionally busy right now working during the pandemic, but thank you so much for joining me.
Yeah, thanks for having us. Really appreciate it.
Now, Leanne, I'll quickly get to you for your story. Now, you work in the cancer unit at PRHC. Your mother has cancer, so you've been exposed to it a couple of different ways. Just tell me about your personal cancer journey.
About 9 years ago, I found out that I had cervical cancer. So it's scary when you hear the word cancer. And I was lucky enough, I had a great physician in Kingston who took really good care of me. And, that's why I'm here today. They caught it early. So, yeah, I'm okay. I had a good journey and I'm healthy now.
Now, when we do take part in events like Pink in the Rink, it brings everyone together, and that's missing a little bit this year. And one of the thoughts that really comes to my mind is the people in the cancer units. I know everybody has their own personal story of when they went through it, but when, just in my personal situation, when my dad went through it, he's all fine now, but he had people that were able to go sit with him for his chemo treatments and be there for him. How difficult is it for the people who are going through it right now that aren't able to have their family or friends close by to lend a helping hand?
It's hard. Everyone's scared, and to not be able to have that support is very difficult. Luckily, the nurses in our chemo suite are amazing. So, they're there to support the patients and be by their side.
And now, Curtis, you're seeing your mom lead the charge in a way, and she's leading by example and kind of carrying the flag for herself, many other women, including your grandmother. What does that mean for you?
It's a pretty important thing. She's definitely a role model for a lot of people right now. During the pandemic, it's definitely been a hard time for everybody, not just people that are sick or people that are in the hospital, but just everyone, running businesses, trying to run a family type thing. And she's kind of doing both right now. She's helping out in the cancer care especially, and, running the household here at home. So it's definitely pretty amazing to think about.
Have you been doing any helping out? Has he been a good son during all this?
Yeah, he unloads the dishwasher now and then and makes his bed, so I can't complain.
I've been trying to help out.
Attaboy. Now, it's a unique situation, especially as well for Curtis. You're going to be watching yourself play last year, and after 20 minutes of play against the Oshawa Generals, you guys were up by a score of 2-1 as we're heading into the second period here on the 2021 Pink in the Rink special. But just take me to that moment, that game. So it's a unique perspective. You're on the ice and you're feeling the energy in the crowd. You're wearing the pink shoulder patches, the names on your jersey, skating with all of that weighing on you. What did that do to change the game?
It's definitely a different feeling than just any other regular game. Pink in the Rink definitely holds a special place in everybody's hearts, especially our family, because we've had two people go through it now. So it definitely had a little bit more on my mind that night. But just that feeling of being up 2-1 during that time, that's definitely a great thing. And
Leanne, flip it on its head, you're watching your son out there, and I talked about you carrying that flag for your mom, but he's wearing it on his body when he's out there competing. What did that mean for you to witness?
It was pretty touching, actually, and the video before the game, watching it and seeing my mom's picture up there, and just knowing that her name was on his back, pretty touching and important to us.
And as you build this community, this Pink in the Rink community, Pete's players in the past, Dylan Wells, his mother, went through it. I'm sure, Curtis, you're aware of that. She's a breast cancer survivor. And you keep tacking it on and building and building and building onto this Peterborough Pete's Pink in the Rink community. What has that brought to you as a family, and Curtis, you as a hockey player?
Well, it's definitely, it's brought a lot of perspective to me as a hockey player. I've seen a lot of players come through this household and just through the Pete's organization since I've been living here. And every year you have the Pink in the Rink game, you meet new people, you see the jerseys, you see everyone in the crowd that's all excited. It's definitely an amazing feeling.
All right, and we're about to head to the second period of action. What was head coach Rob Wilson saying to the troops before you guys headed out there against the Generals?
He just, he says it's an important night. Just keep your head up, play hard. You got a lot of people that you're playing for tonight, not just on the jersey, but a lot of people watching at home. So just keep playing like we can.
All right, Curtis and Leanne, thank you so much for joining us for the Pink in the Rink special. Curtis, hopefully we'll get a chance to see you in the maroon and white sooner rather than later. The second period coming up next on your TV.
good crowd on here tonight for Pink in the Rink. And let's take a look at the first period scoring summary. Good start for the Petes. It was a goal that was reviewed for quite a while. Referee originally thought it may have went off a high stick, but Max Grondin is 11th from Wilson and Robertson. Then Mason McTavish with a beautiful goal on the power play from Dargachintsev and Robertson just about a minute later. Tulio came back from McShane for Oshawa. That's where we sit right now. Pete's out shooting Oshawa 11-8 after one period of play as the Petes return to the ice. There's Ian Norrie right there. Oh, good catch, Norrie. And a long-time stick boy for the Petes. Been around a long time. And Andrew Werner, Derek Walzer, Rob Wilson looking sharp. All those guys know how big a night this is. They've all been touched by cancer one way or another as well. And it is a big night, Pink in the Rink. Grady Eves on the right-hand side, one of the current Pete's water boys, stick boys. Doing a good job, student up at Adam Scott Collegiate. As we get set and things ready to roll here for the second period of play.
Still 1:22 left in the Pete's penalty, so Oshawa will remain on the power play. The captain, Zach Gallant, took a late penalty in that period. If you're just tuning in, Pete's took a 2-0 lead in the opening 5 minutes before Oshawa scored about 7 minutes in, and then now there has been no goals for those last 13 minutes leading into this second period. 11 shots on goal for the Petes, 8 for the Generals. These two teams met last night. A 7-2 win for the Generals, bringing the Generals just 5 points back from the Petes in the standings.
Well, that's just it, right? This is what you'd call another 4-point game, if you will. Officially only 2 points up for the winning team, but if the Petes can grab 2, well, they can go up by 2, and Oshawa drops, if you will, 2, hence the 4 points. But yes, indeed, big game tonight. Peterborough-Oshawa in front of a full house. Tomasino, Newman through the middle. Here's Tomasino trying to get through the Pete's D. And it's cleared by the Pete's Jacob Paquette. He'll get it down, and it'll be played here by Valati. Giovanni Valati gets it here. Now it's Newman. Newman makes his way into the Peterborough zone. Wilson breaks it up. Little looks to backhand it out. He does. He'll get it out to the neutral zone. Generals with 30 seconds left in this double minor, looking to cash in. Pete's doing their best to kill off the penalty to their captain. Big hit behind the net. Big collision there. Little along with Tulio. Tulio still not right after the hit as the puck is lifted up and out. Tulio a little slow to get to the bench. Here's a chance. Little on the steal and then comes all the way back to the neutral zone. Power play has come to an end. Gallant out of the box. Heads to the bench. He's replaced by McTavish. Loose puck in the corner. Matt McNamara hustles in there for the Petes. McNamara, Grondin, McTavish, 2. Little will have a chance to take the puck here. He's got a couple seconds off the glass and out. And Gross. Cross-check by McTavish. Good battle right in front of the Pete's bench. Tomasino. Harrison waits for everyone to get onside. Feeds it in. Nice pass. Backhand shot. Jones with the save there off Suni. Gross got it out of the way as John Parker Jones came in looking to deliver a big hit off the glass. Hard out. Gross back for it. Taps it over. Gets it to Ennis. And the Petes playing aggressive here tonight. Parker Jones has Gross still tied up. Declan Chisholm back for it. All the way up to Avon. John Parker Jones was still in the Oshawa zone. He tags up. It's 2-1, Peterborough leading. Another hit by John Parker Jones. Avon. Akil Thomas gets past one check. Picks up the puck. Thomas out in front in the slot. Nobody there, and it's going to be played by Kyle McLean. McLean, the captain, backhands it in deep. Back for it for the Petes is Declan Chisholm. He leaves the puck right there. Nice little tidy feed to get it to Gallant all the way down to the Oshawa end of the ice here at the Memorial Center. Coy He'll get it over the far side. In a battle for the puck out in front, it's Brady Hinds. There's the pass for Gallant, and he went to take the shot. Could not. Then he falls. He's on his knees. A second effort by the Pete's captain, getting it in deep. Gallant to Hinds, and Hinds as he went to get it here for Akil Thomas. And Thomas makes a change. Guriev back, up for Robertson. Robertson with Hinds, and Hinds gets it in. He has to finish the line change. And the puck will be played here by the Oshawa Generals as they look to tie it up. They make their way down. Michaud got it in, not for long. Robertson, nifty pass to Grondin. Grondin takes the shot, tried to go high glove. He went high, but wide of the glove and off the glass. And the puck will be played here. Dargachintsev lifts it in here for the Petes. Chases after it. Grondin there too. Almost 4 minutes in. There's a shot coming. Went off Dargachintsev. Robertson tries to find it now. Comes around to the far side. Wilson, Robertson, Chisholm, Declan Chisholm. Shoot went off his stick. McSorley got a piece of it with his stick, and it came out. Sent out here by the Generals. Pete's get it right back. Declan Chisholm going wide. And a whistle here. And it's going to be too many men on the ice charged against the Peterborough Petes by the looks of it, Scott.
That was the first whistle of the period. It took 4 minutes and 14 seconds for that first whistle. So quite a good pace here to start the middle frame. But another penalty. The Petes were forced to kill one as Zach Gallant started the period in the penalty box, and now a fresh 2 goes up as Mason McTavish is going to be down for 2 minutes or less, depending if Oshawa scores here or not.
Newman wins it back. Bellotti slides it over. He gets it back, fakes the shot, top of the circle. Newman shoots, blocked by McNamara. It's another big slap shot he's blocked. McShane gets it to settle here for Bellotti just inside the blue line. Bellotti hangs on. Now Newman fires. That is blocked by guess who? Matt McNamara. What a warrior out there tonight for the Petes. Great job there by McNamara.
We saw him soak up one last period, which could have led to an Oshawa goal. We'll never know because Mac got right in front of that one, preventing the shot.
He gets that, I think, from his dad, Timmer. Timmer McNamara blocked a few shots in his day. Here's Robertson on the steal, shorthanded. Nick Robertson goes in, he scores! He extends the point streak too, and the Petes have taken a 3-1 lead.
I'll make that a 12-game point streak now for number 16 as Nick Robertson with a highlight reel short-handed goal, stripping the puck at the blue line and making an incredible move at the end to beat Coy. What a goal from Robertson.
Well, how many times has he been denied? Here's Gallant looking for another short-handed goal. Man, that may have been a record for the Petes. Quickest 2 short-handed goals. Cameron Mann may have scored 2 in a row like that short-handed back in his day. He was a fantastic penalty killer along with Mike Williams. Puck played here in the corner, but yeah, Robertson was denied on a couple breakaways here recently, the last couple home games. Not that one. He made no mistake. Here's a steal, a slap shot, and a save by Hunter Jones. Great action here tonight. Both teams providing some fantastic play. Exciting stuff. Locken lands down on this Saturday night. Here comes the Oshawa power play with 20 seconds left in it. Suni getting it in, chases after it himself, tips it over to the near corner, gets it here to Nico Gross. And Gross to more. One-timer Hunter Jones. No problem there for the draft pick of the Minnesota Wild. Pete snap it down the ice, and out comes McTavish. He was serving me too many men on the ice call. Oshawa got a stick on it, so icing will be waved off. Hunter Jones plays it. And he'll get the puck right there, and all the way down the ice, Declan Chisholm. Skating after it, Akil Thomas. Grondin got a hold of his man, got him on the back, Brewer a little bit. In the meantime, the Generals up the other way. What a feed! Oh, what a saved Hunter Jones off Tomasino. Great play all around. What a pass. That's a puck taken here by the Petes, end to end. Here we go. Here comes Dargachintsev. Fights off a check. Classic Peterborough-Oshawa. Minus the line brawls we used to see back in the day. Here's a hit. Back to the point. Chisholm. Around it goes. Dargachintsev on the backhand. Parker Jones, a wrister. That was blocked. Didn't make its way on goal. Hustling in Declan Chisholm. Chisholm, great job to keep it down. Ennis is there for the Generals. And it'll be played here as McTavish faking the shot. Passes it to Declan Chisholm. To the right point. York, he fakes. He returns it to Chisholm. He passes it to Dargachintsev. Chisholm shoots. Just goes wide on the blocker's side. McTavish back to the point. Dargachintsev had it deflected by Parker Jones. Ends up in the near corner. Big hit there. Dargachintsev, he bounces back up just as quickly as he went down. And it's Tullio in the meantime for Oshawa. Big slap shot. Hunter Jones had to be careful. Makes the save. And here comes York ahead. Tipped in by John Parker Jones. And the Oshawa Generals back for it. 12 minutes left. It's been a pretty fast-paced second period here. McNamara breaking the play up. There's a bit of a dangerous play, but the Petes get away with it. No problems there. McTavish to Guriev and out. Oshawa sending it back to the Peterborough blue line. Here come the Petes. McTavish has room. He walks in. He shoots. Blocked there by Jesus. Went off his skate. And the puck taken here by Oshawa in their own zone. They'll move it ahead. Stepping in, gets it down the other way. Matt McNamara for the Petes. Guriev. Intercepted. McLean, the captain for Oshawa, coming in. There's the pass for Newman. And they couldn't get the puck on goal. They'll battle to keep it down low. And Guriev is there. Around it goes. And here come the Petes. Brady Hins down the right side for Akil Thomas to Gallant. Gallant looks, slap shot high over the head of Coy. And Oshawa will quickly get it up to the Peterborough blue line. Newman had it stripped. Akil Thomas down the right side. He'll get it to Tucker Robertson. Robertson, the rookie, coming in. McLean, the veteran, taking him into the end boards. Akil Thomas throwing his weight around a little bit. A few little cross checks in the corner. Gross has Thomas all tied up. That looks to be a little bit on the hold side. And there is going to be a penalty on the play. Akil Thomas as Hunter Jones goes to the bench for the extra attacker, and that is going to be Dargachintsev. What a fake! He goes in, he shoots, a save there, and a good one by Coy. Nice stop.
SDA had Chisholm as an option as Hunter Jones was on the bench for that extra attacker on the delayed call. And instead of going back to the point, SDA makes the incredible move, cuts towards that net, trying to go short side. And just the third whistle of this period. It's rare that we see fans still streaming to their seats with 10 minutes left, but the ushers have made them wait. Anyone who was at the Washamer concessions just getting back to their seats now. That's how long of a stretch we had of just back and forth action. And there's the infraction in the corner is Gross. He has his man tied up. That's Thomas. That was the infraction.
Yeah, it's not a bad problem to have, right? Such a big crowd. Everyone into this one. Puck is played by Dargachintsev. Dargachintsev over to Declan Chisholm. He's going to go for a skate. Drops it. And Robertson waits. What a pass. Chisholm. He goes wide. Leaves it for Dargachintsev. On the power play. Declan Chisholm. SDA in the slot. Worked last time. McTavish couldn't get it away like he did in the first period, but it's a nifty little play that the Petes try on that power play. Worked earlier. Chisholm. Fake shot. Robertson shoots. Knocked down. Rebound. Oh, that just goes wide. McTavish knocked it out of midair. Dargachintsev. Here's Robertson. Chisholm. Back to Robertson. The one-timer. What a blast. Man, did he get some heat on that. Dargachintsev. McTavish shoots. Just missed. I don't know where and when the Petes had time to work on the power play, Scott, since last night, but it's working pretty good here.
And they've shaken the lines up a little bit here, Coach Wilson has. So a new look power play, new look first line and second line as well.
Thomas dropping it here. It's going to be York. York back to Akil Thomas. York winds up, fired right into the skate of Suni. He forces York back. Suni looking for the steal. Good job by Suni. He backs backhands the puck into the corner. So blocked a shot, got the puck in deep, and he was able to get off and get a fresh penalty killer out there. Only 14 seconds left in the Pete's power play. Lots of great movement here. Nothing to show for it right now. And now they steal it. Oshawa down the other way. Newman coming in. He shoots at a glove save. Hunter Jones takes it away. A little razzle-dazzle there on the glove stop.
Good save by Jones, but a smart play by Newman as well. Not a lot of guys would elect to shoot from out there, but he saw two Petes coming at him, and he knew if I don't get a shot off from here, I might not get a shot off at all. So he threw it towards the net, and as you know, good things can sometimes happen. This time, though, Jones throws out that glove.
Draw to the right of Jones. 3 seconds left in the penalty here for Oshawa. And Gross comes out of the box. Here comes J.R. Avon. Avon sending it in, went off the back wall. Played in behind the net, now in the far corner. Pavish knocked down by McLean. The Generals come out with it. Newman, what a pass over there. And a McLean shot went wide. Another shot, this time by Newman. Glove save by Hunter Jones. John Parker Jones. Lifted out. Jesus sends it over. He'll get it to Moore. 8 minutes remaining here in this second. Time flying here in the middle stanza. And the puck taken here by Parker Jones. John Parker Jones to McTavish. Taps that in. He'll make a change. Back for it will be Jesus. He'll send it all the way up to McLean. Dargachintsev. He's back for it here. He's been flying tonight. Parker Jones. Robertson drops it for Grondin. Grondin's got room. He's over the blue line. Max Grondin shoots right on goal. A stop there by Jordan Coy. We will take a break. 7.5 to go in the second. It's 3-1 Pete's. It's the OHL tonight. Nico Gross, 1 goal, 1 assist last night in that win over the Peterborough Petes. Can't go wrong with a good home-and-home series, too, Scott. It's almost like a mini playoff series. In the Motor City last night in Oshawa, back here.
Yeah, the rivalry is good enough on its own, but when you play back-to-back games, here's a look at one of those collisions.
Look out, Popcorn. Boom. Look at that. She just spent $12 and learned a lesson the hard way.
12? It was on sale today?
I think her purse went down too. Well, hey, I see it's not there anymore, or is it? Yeah, maybe. Those are great seats now that the glass is a little lower and the boards are sunken a bit. Great front row seats there as the puck is played in the far corner. McNamara back for it. McNamara in the corner. Puck is centered, nobody on the slot. Gross just kept it in. Gross showing some good patience, but now eventually drops the puck. Nice move. Tomasino shoots, goes high. And ends up around the near corner. Tullio. McShane over to the far side. A wrist shot. Stick save by Hunter Jones. There's 7 minutes to go here in the second. Oh, a backdoor feed. A great setup, and Tomasino just couldn't bury it. He doesn't miss many of those. Puck played by McNamara. The Petes finally get it to the line and out. They're going to want to make a change as Robertson lifts it in. Oshawa with plenty of time and space here to break out. Gross getting it ahead. The Jennies down by a pair here. Being outshot 16-14. Jesus will play it. He'll fire it down the left side. Gets it up here for Brett Harrison. York with it. York coming out all the way down to the Oshawa zone. Captain Oshawa here tonight, Scotty? I haven't seen him.
I haven't seen him since he worked camera for us in the corner.
You never know. Maybe he's wearing pink tonight. He's just sort of blending in. Here's Hins for the Petes. Hins. Thomas. Gallant. Will they keep it in? Gallant battles for it, but it does come out and is whistled down. The PMC Pub and Grill. Maybe that's where Captain Oshawa is tonight, having a nice brisket on a bun, perhaps. They are the official crew meal sponsors of the OHL tonight in Peterborough. We want to thank Scott, his great staff, PMC Pub and Grill, located in the south end of the Memorial Center.
What do you think I ordered tonight?
I bet you ordered fish and chips, and I bet you maybe you ended up with the mozzarella sticks because they were sold out of the fish.
I love a good mozzarella stick. I've had a lot this week, though.
Back to back on the mozzarellas. Here's McNamara. One-handed pass comes all the way back to the blue line, and McNamara has it. He'll turn and wrist it in deep. Coy. He'll take it off the boards. The Oshawa Generals will play. Oh, Coy knocked the stick away from McTavish, which is a penalty. That goes uncalled. Here's a chance, and it shoots. Stopped. That's an automatic penalty, I thought, Scott, when you bat a player's stick away.
Well, yeah, and Wilmot was right there as well, so he would have seen that, and it wasn't just a swat. He hammered McTavish's stick right into the corner, well away from his body.
Here's Newman. Stopping. Now he goes for a skate. Stopped at the blue line. Chisholm up to Robertson. Robertson looking for a trailer. Here's Dargachintsev coming in and drops it here for Robertson. Robertson back to Dargachintsev. This could be a beauty if they score. That would have been a highlight reel goal. They just couldn't finish it off, but the passing was nice. It's like Dargachintsev has had the puck on a string here a little bit on his stick tonight. Maybe he's using that new tape, Scotty.
It could be.
Across the one-timer by Gross, fend on it. Oshawa would love to get one here going into the intermission down by one. Is a little nicer than the pair. Brewer back for it. Passes it up to McLean. McLean to the red line and in deep. Paquette will play it. Paquette up for Gallant. A feed for Hins. Down the right side. Shoots at a save. A nice stop there by Coy. Here's a steal. Thomas Hins. Oh, his stick lifted.
Great defensive play, yeah, by David. Jesus.
Thomas coming in with over 200 names on the back of his jersey of cancer survivors, people who have lost to cancer, people that are fighting, all on the Pete's jerseys. I know they're kind of a little hard to see, but if you get a chance to get down into the Hall of Fame, Peterborough District Sports Hall of Fame, they have all the Pink in the Rink jerseys on display. You can read all the names. As Hins takes it in. Hins in the slot. Thomas drops. McNamara shoots. Oh, he goes high on the blocker's side. Matt McNamara having a heck of a game tonight for the Petes as the puck will be played here by McShane. Alan McShane getting it in. McNamara skates back for the Petes up to Wilson. Wilson off the boards. In comes Mason McTavish down the right wing. Fighting his way inside the Oshawa corner now to Little. Little leaves it for McTavish. Back to the point, and Hudson Wilson. It was a little tough for him to keep in. He does get the puck over to McNamara. And McNamara rips it in deep from the near corner to the far side with 2:35 to go in the second. 3-1 Peterborough leading the Oshawa Generals. Trying to get back into the win column. And the puck taken here. The month of January was not a kind one to the Petes. Parker Jones, so we're hoping February is a little nicer. Look out, Paquette with a big hit along the boards. John Parker Jones back for it. Outlet pass, J.R. Avon, the Peterborough native. He'll get it up and out. And the Peterborough Petes have it set up here. That's a mini trap in the neutral zone and heading back to their own zone. Oshawa gets through it, and it's played here. Stolen by the Petes. Here they come. Down the right side, Grondin passes it here. Here's a sharp angle shot. That goes wide. Declan Chisholm in the corner. Dargachintsev. Robertson is at the left point. Drops it to Chisholm. Chisholm back to Robertson. Robertson to Dargachintsev. And it's intercepted and sent down. 1:30 to go, and one of the quickest second periods we've seen here in a long time, Scott.
Yeah, there was no whistles for about the first 6 minutes, and we've only seen a few since.
Just a great hockey game. Robertson to Grondin, shoots at a save. Coy with another big stop for Oshawa. Here come the Generals up the other way. That's whistled down offside. Dan Malta coming up with your second intermission. Busy guy tonight.
2-1 was the score for the Petes going into this period as we take a look at that huge hit. right on that far side as Paquette got on Stepien, who just scored his first OHL goal last night against the Petes. Stepien got up right away, and he continued the rest of that shift. That was a big collision.
Sooney lifts it in. It was a big collision for sure. Wilson, McLean, and the puck is taken here by the Petes. They'll get it out. Brady Hins setting it down, wearing that number 27. Once worn by Patrick Collada, who was enemy number 1 for a few years in Oshawa, Scott, for sure.
Yeah, that's guys like that weren't too liked by their rivals, that's for sure. Loved by their teammates.
Loose puck here in the neutral zone. Gallant takes it back to his own end of the ice. Sharp pass, and some heat on it for Wilson. Oshawa back to get it. Under a half a minute to go here in the period. Puck kept in, run and quick release, and goes wide of the net. Gross will send it over to the far boards. McShane will take it here for the Jennies. Wearing their whites with red and blue, the traditional Oshawa colors, although they started off with Boston Bruins colors back in the day. Those are the colors Bobby Orr wore when he was with the Generals back in the 60s, but right now they're down 3-1 Oshawa to the Petes here on Pink in the Rink. We're back. You're watching the OHL tonight on your TV.
Stick around. Coming up during the second intermission, we'll hear from Pete's play-by-play voice, Pete Dallada. Welcome back to the 2021 Pink in the Rink special. It is the second intermission, and on the line we have a guy who's usually busy in these Pink in the Rink games, calling the games. It's Pete Dallada. Pete, thanks for joining me.
Hey, yeah, thanks for having me. It's been a while. You're looking great, looking sharp as always.
Yeah, it's been a long time. Like, we almost haven't seen each other since March. It's almost a full year at this point in time. But if we flash back to Pink in the Rink, just as we are doing with this show and re-airing this game from 2020, everything was feeling good. Like, the Petes were on a roll. We're projecting at least maybe a conference finals, and we're kind of projecting out that way. We're all excited, and the atmosphere was great in Peterborough. They're playing against the Oshawa Generals. They're up 3-1 at this point in the game. But can you take yourself back to that moment?
Yeah, I mean, I can, because they were on such a roll, and you know, Akil Thomas was just starting to get into a groove with the Petes as well, and the team that we saw at this particular point was the team that was moving forward, as you say, probably deep into the playoffs. I would think. We'll never know, but Pink in the Rink's always special, so I do remember how electric it was in the building that night. It's always a busy night, which is fine. There's always lots going on. It's always an emotional night, so I'm a little drained sometimes emotionally, but then, you know, the atmosphere picks everybody up after a very emotional opening ceremony, and it's obviously one of my favorite nights of the year, because, and often, as you know, the Oshawa Generals are often in town that night as well, so Captain Oshawa is there. Like, it's a perfect Saturday night.
Yeah, and every year, even if the Petes aren't having a good season, you can count on that one night to feel it and to feel what it's like to have a packed house at the PMC. And for you to talk about that emotion and how it drains you a little bit to get that involved in a game, everybody probably knows at this point in time. But yeah, obviously you have been a co-chair with your dad, Gary, your late father, Gary Dallada, and in that moment, did you always kind of go back to that when you were out there dropping the puck alongside your dad?
That night's a blur. It was, I guess maybe because a little bit I was doing double duty. I was working that night, and we had the pink suits, and so there was a lot going on. So when I see the pictures of that, just the other day, I saw the picture of Logan DeNoble, who was the Pete's captain that year, who was a cousin of mine, talking to my dad, and I'm like, I totally forgot that Logan was the captain that year, and I'm like, that's a kind of a cool photo. I mean, they're related through marriage. It's not like a nephew of his or a cousin of his, but it's through my mom's side. But still, I'm like, that's kind of a neat photo, and I never put that together that night because it was such a bit of a blur and a lot going on. But even before that, before we were honorary chairs, and just seeing those photos and the collage before the game on the big screen, and you're like, oh, I know that person, and I know that person, and it's just like it's tough, right? But such a big night, and you know what? I congratulate everyone involved in this for putting it together this year as well, including yourself and everyone that said, you know what, we're not going to let COVID get between us and raising money for Pink in the Rink. So, it's, what is this, 11 years now, 12? It's been an amazing run.
You've been there for all of them, I haven't. So and that was actually going to be my next question is if you take it back to the beginnings of Pink in the Rink, which is, it's huge across North American hockey at this point in time. Every junior league does it from the OJHL to the WHL. And even other leagues like the USHL get involved in it now. But from its growth point, you saw it at the beginning. And can you compare those first Pink in the Rink games to what they get to now?
You know what? I mean, they've certainly taken things to a next level. But to be honest with you, in the very early stages, it got off to a really good start because one of the main people involved, and I don't think the committee was as big as it was as it is now, but a friend of mine by the name Mary Reynolds was working for the Cancer Society at that particular point, and anything she does well. And she got Luke Richardson, I believe, as the first honorary chair. They go way back to their days at TAS when Luke played for the Petes. And when you bring in a name like that to be sort of your first honorary chair, and I think Dan O'Toole was one of the early chairs in the early days as well. So they got some big names to get this rolling. And to answer your question, I mean, I think from day one, it's been a hit. It has just been, it's getting a little bigger each year, but it wasn't something that just started off small the first year. They did it up really well right from day one. And with the auction afterwards, I remember I hosted the sweater auction afterwards. Talk about a long night. I remember those nights. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm exhausted, and it's cold down there. You forget you're on the ice more than I am. You forget how cold it is down there. And I was like an hour into this jersey auction, and Rob Russlin, God love him, I think he had a couple pops, the auctioneer, during the game, so he's feeling good. And I'm just wanting to kind of go home, but at the same time, I'm like, we're raising a lot of darn money here for a great cause, and you can get through the night. The sweater auction I find is a little quicker nowadays. They roll through it a little quicker than the first year. That's probably the biggest difference.
Yeah, a little bit more efficient. And you have probably, how many Pink in the Rink jerseys do you have? I know we've seen one with you on your backyard rink.
Yeah, so that's my son Noah. He bought that a couple years ago. He wanted that one because my dad's name's on there and a few other people. I got a bid in. I think maybe the auction's over now. I'm not too sure if I won the one that was up for bids. They go for, the first couple years, again, to answer your question, first couple years you could get jerseys for $150, $200. Then all of a sudden they just started going for in the thousands, and it's a little tougher for me to get one than it was in the early years because the cost of them, because the parents want them so bad and the fans and stuff like that. So it's amazing how much they go for, which my idea one day is, I mean, it'd be cool if they could do replicas of them so more people could maybe buy them, but maybe that takes away from it. I'm not sure. We'll see.
Yeah, and hey, do you want to throw to the third period for us?
Yeah, stick around, everyone. Scott and I will be back the third period. The Petes are leading 3-1. I'm hoping they hang on because you never like to lose against Oshawa.
Well, you just saw the goal right there. There it is. Nick Robertson, as he closes in on 40 here with the only goal of that one. And the Peterborough Petes will take a short-handed one to give themselves a 2-goal lead here on Pink in the Rink night here at the Memorial Center. The Petes and the Oshawa Generals. Welcome back. Pete Dalladay along with Scott Arnold and Dan Moulton and our great crew here as well. Pretty good hockey game. Lots of atmosphere here, Scott. You can't help but think the Petes are feeding off that a little bit tonight.
Yeah, this place is electric. You could feel the energy just coming into the parking lot. It was jammed coming in and then walking through the lobby and around before the game, during the intermissions. I haven't had the building like this in quite some time. I don't remember it like this since last year, I think, at the Pink of the Rink game. So it brings it out, certainly, for the fans and feeding off of the players here as well. We've seen a 5-on-5 goal. We've seen a power play goal. We've seen a shorthanded goal. So the Petes are getting it done every which way. But that Nick Robertson goal, one of the nicest goals we've seen all season.
Beauty backhander. He's been denied a couple times on breakaways as of late, but not this time around. As he goes in, he knew perhaps what he was going to do. Got a look last night at Coy and goes upstairs, salutes to the crowd, and he says, "We'll take that one. Still got to kill off some penalty here, but that is huge." And there it is, over the glove and in.
Well, that last move to get Coy going to the right side, leaving the left wide open for Robertson to find that back of the net. The goal was nice in itself, but that strip at the blue line to even get the puck. He forechecked while his team was going back the other way on the penalty kill, and he ended up taking the puck off 2 Generals at the blue line and then making that move. So the Petes certainly rolling. We talked about their good start. The last 4 games, they have given up early goals in the opening 5 minutes, 2 goals in the opening 30 seconds. In 2 of those 4 games. So tonight, they were the ones doing the early scoring, and we've seen them. They haven't been able to play catch-up in those games where they give up an early lead. So here tonight, they're able to play a little more relaxed. They had a 2-goal lead at one point in that first period. So bit of a different start for the Petes, and that's what they needed, because that's in the back of their minds whenever there's a quick goal against them, that we've got to play catch up now, and they know what the outcome has been in those games. They haven't been able to come back, so a very important big start here for the Petes to get this one going tonight.
Yeah, they're playing with a little bit more mustard tonight than the catch-up. That is for sure. You were able to catch up with some of the midget Petes earlier today. It's been a real good day today, and congratulations to Scott Roach and the program that he's running with that major midget team. There's Scotty right there, former OHLer with North Bay. He's doing a great job with this program, and this is fantastic. This is how far this Pink of the Rink has come, and man, those unis look sharp. Good for those lads.
That was a little 2 o'clock game here at the Memorial Center this afternoon, and good crowd here to watch that one, and that sort of kicked off the Pink in the Rink day a little bit. You don't usually see the minor teams wearing the pink jerseys, but the midget team went all out, and good for them. Sort of the official kickoff at 2 p.m. That brought some people down, and some people didn't leave. They've been here for this whole day, so a great event for sure, and so much hard work behind the scenes. We see a lot of volunteers in their pink T-shirts. They're selling stuff here at the rink, but the lead-up to this game and all the hard work that they do behind the scenes that we don't necessarily see. It's a year-round thing. It's not like the game approaches and they say, all right, guys, let's get together. This committee is such a hard-working group year-round to get ready, and kudos to them for pulling off another great Pink in the Rink.
And even my buddy, you talk about, the dollars that come into the city, the sports tourism dollars. My good friend Clem Nabagon, who grew up here in Peterborough, snuck into the rink. There he is in his Generals jersey. I can't believe a kid from Shelbourne Street is now an Oshawa fan. But no, all kidding aside, he comes back. Tons of Oshawa fans here tonight. He's now working down in Oshawa, lives there, has for a while. And you got to love that. I know a lot of Oshawa fans come down early. They go out for dinner, spend some money here in Peterborough. And it's a big industry. And sometimes I scratch my head as to what City Council is thinking in terms of their lack of vision on arenas and recreational facilities in this town. You see the amount of money that's coming in here tonight, Scott. Not just for the cause, but just in general.
Eliminate the stuff raised for Pink in the Rink, but just what Oshawa fans are bringing in, like you mentioned, going for dinner and everything beforehand. I know Teddy's in Oshawa has a lot of my money from pre-games.
Oh, now I'm craving Teddy's. Yeah, that'd be good if they're watching the game. Send a little care package down. Maybe Dan can pick us up something. He's always down that way. as we're underway. Third period action. Should be a good third. Oshawa right in this one, just a shot away from getting to within one. And the Petes break out of their own zone. Here's Dargachintsev. Little give and go. He comes in, he shoots. That goes off a stick, up and a play. We get a whistle 34 seconds into the third period.
It's 2-1 Petes after the first period. Now 3-1 after adding that goal. And we'll take a look. Philip Tomasino moving a little bit early. Happens so quick, you just react, and he gets the boot out of the face-off circle for that one.
Trying to, set the tone right off the hop here in the third. Thomas shoots. Goes off the outside of the net. Hinn's got to stick up on Coy there a little bit. Cut through the crease. Oshawa looking to chip it out, but the Petes say no go. We're going to keep that puck in. Paquette moved it in deep. McLean off the board. Still not out. Akil Thomas coming wide here. Thomas in the corner. Played along the boards. Akil Thomas on the backhand, but McLean takes it. And now finally cleared here by Oshawa. Back to get it will be York. York off the boards and out. Another good spot in Oshawa too, Scotty, if you're ever looking for something a little quicker. But Mr. Berger down there, fantastic little spot.
There's some good spots.
Just throwing it out there. As the puck will be played. I know they watch the games when the Generals are on the road. Shout out to them as the puck goes down. It's Brewer back for it. Just nicely underway. Third period, Petes with a 2-goal lead. As it's taken here in the corner. Brewer over to the far side. Stepien back to Brewer. And Brewer gains the red line, gets it in deep, paid the price. As John Parker Jones, he's been delivering hits here. Right, left, and center tonight. Puck is lifted out here by Little. It's going to roll towards the net. Coy lets it go. Icing called against the Petes.
A little quiet in the Memorial Center to start this third period.
Yeah.
After all that energy in the opening 40 minutes, but fans still finding their way back to their seat here. I'd say the biggest crowd we have seen all year. It has been back-to-back sellouts, but this one here tonight seems to have a few extra people in the building.
Well, big hit, a goal, a save here might get the crowd a little bit more into it. They're enjoying it though, and the Petes up by a couple here. Here's Wilson trying to win the second half of this home-and-home series. Oshawa took game number 1 last night. As the puck is sent in, back for it is Jesus. Over here for Bellotti. Down the left wing, and it's going to go for, icing's waved off as McShane hustled in there for Oshawa off the boards and up to center. Dargachintsev over the blue line. Simon Dargachintsev drops it. Robertson heads towards the slot. Nifty shot, and then a stop there by Coy. Here's Robertson. Robertson to Dargachintsev. Back to Chisholm. Slap shot off the end glass. Coming in from the right point. Paquette for the Petes. Dargachintsev. Grondin. Sharp pass over to Dargachintsev to Chisholm, the one-timer. And that was blocked by Tullio. Tullio lost it, but fights to get it right back. Good effort there by Tullio. He'll lift it in deep, then make a change. Petes with some time here to break out. Keel Thomas makes his way down the right side. Hustles in. Brady Hinz is with him. Gross will take it. Stops him behind the net. In the corner. Ennis up here for Newman. Drop pass. Gross coming in. Shot on a pad save by Hunter Jones. Ennis is there. Now down the left side. The Petes get it in. It's Gallant. Thomas poke checked away by McLean. And the Generals down the left side of the ice as they make their way in, looking to close the gap. McLean shoots, stick save. Hunter Jones, big juicy rebound, and it's taken by Zach Gallant. Tried to lift one over here to York, who jumped in on the play. The Petes have to go back into their own end to take it. Parker Jones tipping it in. And here come the Oshawa Generals. Brewer ahead. Winterton shoots. That was fired way wide. Ends up along the far boards. Big hit there again. It's a penalty, though, this time to John Parker Jones.
Interference, the call there. That's a close one. Referee's arm went up right away, though. Coach Wilson asked for a bit of clarification from Harrison. I don't know if he's happy with Harrison's explanation. Certainly got one there as 2 minutes goes up on the board for the Pete side, and we're going to see the Generals go to work on a power play as they trail by 2, and that was a bit after he left the puck. John Parker Jones puts his team shorthanded. We saw Robertson score a shorthanded goal the last time they were in the box.
So far, so good. Puck cleared here. 4:16 time of the call. Oshawa breaking out. Volati. A little further ahead to Tomasino. Tullio in there too, in behind the goal of Hunter Jones at the north end of the Memorial Center. Tomasino plays it back to the point. Volati making his way in a little deeper into the high slot. Tomasino pass intercepted. Good job there by the Pete's. Hudson Wilson pushes that puck down the ice. Coming out quickly is Coy. And Coy will leave it for Newman. And Newman up to the blue line. And that's intercepted. Akil Thomas will play it. Wilson for the Pete's. One of the many Pete's sporting the pink laces tonight as well. And here come the Oshawa Generals. It's Newman. Newman had a stick lifted by Robertson. Still got the puck in. Oshawa with it. Tomasino coming in. Shot. Getting in front of that one was Paquette. Tullio threw it out in front. Now comes to the point. Volati hangs on to it. Now he moves it over. Tomasino into the slot, and Newman missed it. And it goes all the way down to the Oshawa corner. Coy up to the blue line. Through center. Tomasino, nice couple moves to get it inside the Peterborough end. Half a minute to go in the power play. Little takes him hard into the end glass. Newman has it off the boards. And here's more. Over to Tullio. Tullio, top of the circle to the far side for McLean. He shoots one off the stick and then off the glass and played here by Tullio. Banks it off the side wall for Moore. Lines up, fires, blocked by Gallant. And it's going to be Little. He thought about maybe heading down, but just plays it safe.
They'd been out there for quite some time, so smart move by Little.
At a gas, and the Petes have killed off the penalty. John Parker Jones stays out after coming out of the box. Harrison for Oshawa getting it in. Now it comes here to Matt McNamara. McNamara for Chisholm. He'll lift it up and in deep. Racing after it, Semen Dargachintsev. Oshawa clears. Down to center. Played there by Sune. Now he lost it. And the Petes get it back. It's Chisholm again. Little drop pass for John Parker Jones. In deep, Semen Dargachintsev. The Maple Leafs prospect unable to connect with McTavish this time. And McLean will take it. McLean in deep. Hunter Jones out of the net. 18 saves on the night for Hunter. And now it's played by York. Dargachintsev taps it in. Racing after it is Grondin. Ennis is there. Loose puck. Grondin trying to jam it in. Scored a big one early. Got the Petes on the board. Oshawa in deep. Jones out of the net for York. York reverses it over to the far corner. Out in front, Dargachintsev. He's got to go for a skate. Down the right side, he finds York jumping in on the play. And York tapped it in, decided not to go in a little deeper. He heads back. And out comes Zach Gallant now. Brady Hins, Pete's making changes up front. Grondin will finish the change later. There's a hit. Fans loving the hit by Paquette. Here's Gallant. Grabs it. Heads to the net. Zach Gallant shoots. He hits the post. But a penalty coming up, and it's a penalty shot by the looks of it, Scotty.
Zach Gallant with a good effort. He caught the puck, set it down to his stick, and looks like he was gone to the races, but a little bit of a hook obstructed him just enough to call that penalty shot. And great play to get it to himself, and there's the slash right there, and the referee thinks that that was enough to warrant a penalty shot, and I agree. I think that made the puck go off to the side there.
Yeah, it's a good call. Here we go, Zach Gallant coming off a 2-game suspension, trying to give his team a 4-1 lead. Gallant coming in, shoots, goes just high. No goal. He let her rip.
The old Stevie Larmer special. Saw him come down one time, take a slap shot from the hash marks on a breakaway or a penalty shot, I remember.
Was that of the Friday afternoon at the Evinrude, or?
That was in the show. That was
in the
when he was
NHL?
playing for the Rangers.
Oh, wow.
Here's
Let's take a look. Did he get a piece of it, or did he just went too high? Well, the stick was there too, but.
Good try.
Yep. So it remains 3-1. See if the Generals can build off that. As the puck will be played here, it's Wilson. Wilson goes all the way down the ice. Oshawa back for it. Oh, a little trip. Oshawa wanted a call there. Watching Greg Walters, he put the arm up. Not going to get the call. And the puck will be played in deep by Harrison. 3-1 Peterborough here in front of a sold-out Memorial Center. Back-to-back sellouts for the Petes. Gross shoots, and that goes just wide. Jones may have got a piece of that too. Back again to Gross, fired, blocked here. And Thomas forces his man, Jesus, out to the blue line. Almost hit the shot clock at center. Created a little confusion, I think, and it ended up being offside. The PMC Pub and Grill, want to thank them. They are the crew meal sponsor here. Right here inside the Peterborough Memorial Center. Those fries look pretty good about now, Scotty, after talking about all those restaurants earlier. I'm kind of hungry, but
they're open after the game.
All right, I'll see you there. It's going to be a good night afterwards. They auction off all these jerseys afterwards with all the proceeds going to the Canadian Cancer Society in the fight to fight women's cancer. There's the nice patch on the jersey for the Cancer Society on the left, and really excited today. I didn't know that they were putting the patch on for my dad on the other shoulder there. That was a surprise to me today when Dan Malta sent it to me. I'm like, wow, that was pretty nice of the Petes to do that in the Canadian Cancer Society.
That's a great surprise. I noticed that when they came out on warm-up, I thought it was something that had been arranged with you beforehand, but apparently not. So that a very cool surprise, and nice uniforms. You mentioned all the names on there.
Oh, over 200,
Tons of names, so when you get up close, you can see all that writing. They've squeezed them all in. You can see right there all those names.
Yeah.
Underneath Trolley, who recorded his first OHL goal last night.
Well, the very first Pink in the Rink game, Curtis Trolley probably was here. His family has billeted Pete's for many years, and he would have been about, 6 years old maybe, the first Pink in the Rink. Here we are 11 years later, and hundreds of thousands of dollars raised. Here's a shot that's blocked. Battle for the puck along the end wall. Chisholm digging away there. Comes loose to Max Grondin. Grondin had Dargachintsev to try and work around and tried to get it out. Kept in here by the Jennies. Quick shot comes over to McLean. Didn't have a stick down in time. And the Petes will take it. Paquette going for a skate. He'll gain center before shooting that puck in. It bounces on Coy. He's been busy tonight. I mean, the shots are only 22 for the Petes, but the Petes have had some good quality shots. Coy has given his team a chance here. Here's McTavish. He's sort of thrown over the blue line a little bit there. He was offside as a result. Gets back on the right side, and the Petes are allowed to go back in. John Parker Jones. He's got at least 8 hits, I would think, tonight. That might be approximate. It might be more, might be a couple less, but he has been busy on the body checks. Tulio turns, shoots. And that was blocked by Hudson Wilson. He's hit into the corner boards. Stays with it though. Slides it up to Little. And bounces in Oshawa. Good bounce. A shot on goal up in the air. Jones with a save, rebound. Volati coming in. Oh, Jenny's unable to keep it in. Tulio had a stick break on him, I think, so he had to drop it. And the puck will be taken here by Oshawa through the neutral zone. Moore has it. I've been waiting for Ennis and Moore to be on the ice at the same time as partner, Scott, so we'd have Ennis Moore, but so far not yet tonight. Moore drops it. Shot. Oh, and Jones with a save. Here's Gallant. Gallant ahead to Chisholm. Drops it. Akil Thomas with it. Thomas shoots right on goal. Stick save. Rebound. And a good play right there by Gagne to sort of get that puck away from the crease. The Petes were bouncing on her. They were about to. Now McNamara. A crisp pass across the ice. He gets the return feed. Gallant was looking for Akil Thomas. Knocked down to the midair by Brady Hins. Hins to Gallant. And it comes back here to Declan Chisholm. Chisholm, Akil Thomas. He's got a trailer. And the puck will be taken here. Thomas back to Robertson. Out in front, what a pass! And going to the goal was Declan Chisholm. Just missed. Chisholm still with the puck though. Then he took a high stick. And that's going to get called. Here's a chance, a backhander, and a save there by Coy. Harrison, the referee, a little further back, made that call. He saw Chisholm's head sort of go back. They're going to take the break too. 8:26 to go in the third. You're watching the OHL tonight on your TV.
Hi, I'm Cheryl Healy from Waterworld Pools in Peterborough. We are super excited to be a platinum sponsor of this year's virtual Pink in the Rink. Unfortunately, cancer was not shut down with the COVID pandemic. That is why this year, more than ever, they need everyone's support. On behalf of myself and the Waterworld team, we wish Allison and all her team all the best in a successful event.
Hi, Chase Curtis from Elf Curtis Home Improvements. We're excited to be part of Pink in the Rink again this season. We became involved with Pink in the Rink to help the community fight an awful disease which has impacted and touched the lives of so many.
I'm Andrew Pyle, and on behalf of the entire Pyle Group team, we are happy and proud to once again be sponsors for Pink in the Rink. The year behind us has been a challenging one, but we know full well that cancer does not take a vacation just because of a virus, and the needs for funds and support are greater than ever. Thank you very much.
Max Grondin, he's been involved quite a bit tonight with a goal, several hits. McTavish with a goal. His right now, I think, is sitting as the winning goal, Scott, if I'm not mistaken.
And that's pretty big because the Petes, they weren't getting any scoring beyond that first line when it was Robertson, Akil Thomas, and SDA. So this is big that they're getting some other guys contributing. Nick Robertson, of course, extended his 11-game goal streak and 12-game point streak by sniping one earlier.
On the power play, looking for a little more insurance. Declan Chisholm. Semendarga Chintsev. Chisholm. Over to Robertson. Robertson shoots. That's blocked. Comes back here to Declan Chisholm. Chisholm. Darga Chintsev. Chisholm thought about a wrister. Slides it over to Robertson. Tavish is in the high slot again, looking for it. Chisholm drops it. Robertson. He might shoot. No, he hangs on. Then he went to shoot. Band on it, gets it right back. Got McLean chasing him, trying to poke it out. Intercepted by Newman. Newman with McLean, and that is taken away by Chisholm. That was a big play, or else McLean may have been off to the races. Robertson makes his way in, but cleared by Oshawa. This point, Scott, the Pete's almost got to be careful here. They don't give up a shorthanded one. Like, it'd be nice to score, but they don't. First things first, just make sure Oshawa doesn't.
Well, if you actually go back 5 games ago, that's essentially was the turning point when their 5-game losing streak started. Late in the second period, the Petes gave up a shorthanded goal, and they never recovered. They ended up giving up 5 against Saginaw unanswered after that shorthanded goal, and since then they have not been able to win. So you're right, a shorthanded goal could certainly deplete the sails here.
Oshawa, you can tell they've sort of been somewhat given the green light to try and snag one here if they can. Here's Akil Thomas. Thomas in deep here for the Petes. Back to York. York. Akil Thomas fires one wide on the glove side. Back to the point again. York shooting deflected. Gallant got a piece of it, but lifted down by the Jennies. Under 7 minutes to go in the third. We get a whistle here.
It's going to be another penalty, so an interference call this time going against the Petes. So with 17 seconds left in their own power play, the Petes get one here, and it's going to be some 4-on-4 action as Hins goes down. There's a look at Suni. Great rookie season for Oliver Suni. 2 assists last night versus the Petes, but he has had a solid season here on the wing.
So, little open ice here, little opportunity for Oshawa here to take advantage, not just on the power play coming up perhaps, but just something a little different here. Different look on 4-on-4. They win the draw back to the point. Volati. Bellotti back to Gross. Tomasino passes it back just inside the blue line. Bellotti, Tomasino. Bellotti was looking for the switch. Now it's a power play for Oshawa. Gross coming in. Gross out in front, and Tomasino got a piece of it. Suni looks, went off the skate of Max Grondin, comes to Bellotti with lots of time left in the power play. Here's Newman. Newman skated it in. Pete's are upset. No call there, Scott. Gross drops it. Shot coming, blocked by Grondin. As Robertson is without a stick. I assume, was it swiped out by the Jennies? I didn't see why. The Petes are just furious, all on the bench. Now a penalty coming up here. Interference is the call. It's been a while since I've seen Rob Wilson this hot.
Yeah, Rob Wilson, he's had a few words with the referees here tonight as Nico Gross heads off to the penalty box. Rob Wilson still venting his frustration from the bench. So we're going to see some 4-on-4 action for a minute 5. As the penalties continue here late in the third period. There's a look at Wilson.
He settled down now, but 30 seconds ago, he was, well, all three coaches were up, standing on the bench. So again, back to 4-on-4 hockey here. 3-1 hockey game. We've only had the one goal, and that was Nick Robertson in the second period, since sort of a short flurry of goals in the first, and it's been pretty quiet since offensively. Here's McNamara for the Petes, up to Thomas over the blue line. Thomas makes his way in. Akil Thomas on the backhand, now gets it to the forehand. Chisholm coming in back door was Gallant. He catches up to it along the boards and keeps it in deep. Out in front it goes. It bounces off the sideboards and is taken by Declan Chisholm. Chisholm with McNamara available as an option. Gets it to Mac, and McNamara threw it out in front, and it's taken away. And the Oshawa Generals go down the right side. It's Moore. Moore stops. Feeds it over. A one-timer by Jesus, and fired it wide. And it's lifted in a little deeper. McNamara with under 5 minutes to go. 3-1 Peterborough. And they'll just take their time. McNamara has to be careful. McLean right there trying to strip it away. And Akil Thomas struggling too to try and get it ahead. Now the Petes get it to the neutral zone. 38 seconds left in an Oshawa penalty. Puck snapped down the ice, and to get it is York. York, target Chinsap, gets away here from Newman. Sharp pass, had some heat on that one to Robertson. Here's a chance, Grondin shoots! Oh, what a save! What a stop there by Jordan Coy. That keeps the Generals in this one.
Through the legs and off his skate. A big save late in the game here as the Generals trailing by 2. Looking to add some insurance were the Petes, but a big save right there. And a great look back too by Coy. Awareness that he didn't have that puck underneath him. And he's able to get it under and block it with that trapper.
Oshawa winning the draw. They'll get it right down inside the Peterborough end. Hunter Jones out of the net. That will pretty much do it for this brief Peterborough power play. They'll have one breakout here and maybe one shot if they hurry. But Robertson just wants to get it in deep. I would think that's what the coaches may be preaching at this point. Just keep the pucks in deep. They can't score from their own corner. Here's Ennis. Ennis feeds it over to Brewer. McShane in for Oshawa. The Petes now get it right back. They'll skate it down the left side of the ice. Crossing center, getting it in. Coy out of the net. Plays it nicely off the end boards, but slipping was Bellotti. Oshawa does clear. Paquette over to Chisholm. To John Parker Jones. That's knocked down by Jesus. Jesus going for a whirl. He got it up over center. And it's played in deep. Stick coming up. Another penalty to the Oshawa Generals as Paquette took a stick under the visor.
Just as Coy was being called to the bench too for the extra attacker. So that will change plans here for the Generals. So if they do pull Coy, that's only going to bring them to 5-on-5 now. So penalty trouble continues here in the third period. It's for both teams, but mostly Oshawa. The Pete's 1 for 5 on the man advantage, and 4 minutes is going to go up on the board. So that certainly throws a monkey wrench into the comeback plans here for Greg Walters and the Oshawa Generals.
Yeah, not exactly what he was hoping for, as you say. They were just hoping to get the goalie pulled and then go from there. But now it's, you can pull the goalie and you just kind of break it even. Here's Newman over the blue line. Oshawa might as well go for it here. Brewer shoots, blocked. Ennis, he takes his shot. That goes off his stick. And they have pulled the goalie. I guess not for the extra attacker, but just to kind of even things up a little bit. But I think they're going to be pretty aggressive here, Scott. It's now or never, right?
Yeah, you have to be. In Oshawa, they've played a physical game all night, and they're going to be playing desperate in this last 2:47. They trailed the Petes by just 5 points in the standings after a big 7-2 win against Peterborough at home last night. A few games in hand, but a couple points would be nice as they call a timeout. Less than 3 minutes left here. Nico Gross at center. He's getting some explanation from the referee as we take a look at Greg Walters. They'll drop one last play as Gross gets a little bit of clarification. On the other side, Rob Wilson, he's at the helm. He's got the troops in. And they're going to not let off the gas by any means, but you certainly don't need any more goals. So get it over center. Get that puck in, keep it in. Try to kill off this last 2:47. Game started off pretty good. Saw 2 quick goals from the Petes in the opening 5 minutes. Oshawa ended up responding. It's 2-1 after the first. The Petes added 1 more goal in the middle frame, and no goals so far here to tell you about in the third.
Nope. Some nice saves by both goaltenders. So, McShane on the draw. I'm guessing he's going to try and pull it back if he can and eventually get it to the points. And they do. Velotti at the left point. Into the slot. Newman with to pull the trigger. And here's a chance as Gallant fell down as he wanted to push that down at least towards the empty net. But Oshawa still alive here. They'll get it in deep. Tomasino into the corner. And Declan Chisholm. Akil Thomas. Thomas wearing that number 44 for the Petes. Snaps it around the boards and all the way down the ice. And icing will be called with 2:13 to go here in this third period. Pink in the rink. John Parker Jones having a good night tonight. Man, he's delivered a lot of hits.
11th point of the season last night, but the story for him has been his physical play here. He has been laying the body out. Several big hits tonight.
Indeed. Back to the point it comes. Velotti to the right side. Tomasino to McLean. Back here to Velotti. Winds up. Fakes the shot. The one-timer by Tullio off the bar. Up and out of play. I think went off Jones too. So the draw will stay inside the Peterborough zone to the left of Hunter Jones. No, they're going to bring it over to his right.
Tullio with a great chance. He has the lone goal for the Generals. Almost popped his second. Looking for that top right corner. Jones just got a piece of it.
Did not miss by much. McLean, another big face-off here. Linesman didn't like the way things were lined up there. Didn't like what McShane was up to. Oh, McLean. McShane, Tullio. Looked like Oshawa had a chance to win that draw, but the Petes came in with a nice play. Now Velotti pinches. And it's played here. Tullio trying to keep the play going. Net is empty. Oshawa has a guy in the box. And here come the Petes 2-on-1. Thomas moves it over into the empty net. They score! Nick Robertson his second of the night. And the Peterborough Petes have made it 4-1.
And with that assist, Akil Thomas extends his point streak to 11 games. He has a point in every game that he has dressed in a Peterborough Petes uniform since coming over at that deadline.
Wow. Well, it feels a little nicer when you get that point too in a win.
When's the last time we've seen the Petes score an empty netter? They've been playing catch up so often here at home. It is nice that they're able to just slide it in and sit back and relax for a minute 42 instead of having that pressure on you.
Yes, indeed. And a win too over their arch rivals that were just breathing down their backs, right? Oshawa was getting awfully close to catching the Petes.
Yeah, 5 points back, and this is a great start to February. They had a terrible January, started with a 4-game losing streak, ending with a 5-game losing skid.
Here's a shot, Grondin, after Robertson got roughed up there a little bit. Taken down, he's out there, I guess, trying to get the hat trick, but I'd almost be tempted just to give him the rest of the night off here.
He listened to you, he's going out for a rest now.
Hate to pick on things, but why have him out there at that point to possibly get, like he just took a bit of an elbow. Here's McNamara getting it in deep. I understand the hat trick situation. I always wanted to get one too. You got
I just
one.
always wanted to get one goal.
Yeah, I know. Harrison to McLean. Parker Jones with a bump there. Comes out in front, and Hunter Jones plays it off the boards and outs. Just one getting by Hunter Jones. That was one from Tulio as the puck shot in. Back to get it here is Paquette, and he's just going to waste a few seconds in behind the net. He's in no hurry. He'd be happy to stand there the rest of the game. McLean's not giving him any pressure. Yeah, there you go. She's all over. Pink in the Rink, a success on and off the ice for the Peterborough Petes. They win it by a final score of 4-1 over the Oshawa Generals. And that has 3,900 fans, most of them going home happy. Some Jenny's fans here tonight making the trip as well. Coming up, your post-game show. You're watching the OHL tonight here on your TV.
All right, a good end to Pink in the Rink 2020. Hopefully we'll see another Pink in the Rink in 2022, but for right now, we're just going to keep on looking back at that 2020 game. A 4-1 win for the Peterborough Petes. The Petes scored goals, came from Max Grondin, Mason McTavish, and then Nick Robertson in the second, and an empty netter on the power play for Nick Robertson in the third period, and Ty Tulio picked up the lone goal for the Oshawa Generals. Hunter Jones does a great job in net, allowing only that one goal. And now on the line we have Dave Roach, one of the 2 honorary co-chairs for this year's Pink in the Rink, along with his brother Scott. And to say this was a unique Pink in the Rink is an understatement, but Dave, you guys still managed to get some work done. What was it like as a co-chair? Obviously not what you expected, but what did you experience this year?
Well, definitely the experience was the support from the community, the media, and all of that, to be able to get the recognition out there. More and more people are used to this environment at this point in time of COVID. So I think people are used to donating to things or buying things online. We've had our challenges, obviously, with events that we couldn't run that would have been good lead-ups, that would have brought more community involvement to the likes of a major midget game that could have also been in coordination with the Pete's game. So the great part about it is that this community donates to and supports a lot of charities. So with Pink in the Rink, we may or may not reach the overall goal, but we've talked about this, that in this challenging environment, we've done a really, really good job, Allison and her team. It's been a great experience to be able to try things differently and know that the new norm will be different moving forward. As also the great part about this is that the donations can continue on as after the game and after this event is over. The donations can keep coming in, I believe, at least through the end of February for sure. And as I've talked to others about, we're supporting the cause as a team. Obviously, with the sport of hockey, it's a team event. So whether people donate to Scotty and I's page directly or directly to the Cancer Society link for Pink in the Rink, we're all winners that way.
We've got the link up on the screen right now and a look at where you can go and click on the big yellow buttons. It's pretty obvious as to where you donate on the Cancer Society website. You can also get there through the Peterborough Pete's website. But Dave, what was your strategy? It had to be hard. You can't just go out and shake hands and talk to people at the rink. What was your different strategy for this Pink in the Rink?
Well, I think we do the best we can with social media. Obviously, you know, in this environment, we are talking to friends, family, co-workers, and that virtually, obviously not physically, and letting them know. I think the great part about the awareness raised last year and the team event that was brought around with the midget program, that social media through Scott's Twitter page and my Twitter page, hopefully gained some momentum. And I think really this event leading up to today is something that will even enhance it even more, and potentially I really believe that that this event will gain hopefully the attention it should, and raise and catch up some of the stuff that we've been behind on. And again, being fortunate that we're going to keep it open. Hopefully all the viewers today and everybody supporting the cause watching the game today will check the link, and more visual and more donations will come in.
And for you getting involved, it seems like a no-brainer for people who have been involved with the Peterborough Petes. Everybody's interested in Pink in the Rink, but for you, how did you get involved this year?
Well, again, we were very fortunate, my brother and I, to be nominated, and Allison giving us a call to ask us, and so we were very honored to be a part of this great cause, and like others have been in the previous years. So for us to be in that mix was a great honor and a no-brainer. We didn't even hesitate to jump on board. It's something where giving back to the community is big for both of us, by either coaching or other events that go on around the town. We try to get out and about with being fortunate in our past and being able to play professional hockey and be professional athletes in the community. So again, it's just an amazing honor to be a part of it. And again, you know, wish we were all in the building being able to watch a game. But at the end of the day, we know that the fans are there, and the fans have always been great supporters of not only the Petes, but of course any cause that is supported by them as well.
Well, Dave, thank you so much for your time. Thanks for joining us on the broadcast and for all your hard work fundraising for Pink in the Rink. I'm sure it's really important to all the people who are affected by cancer.
Absolutely. We look forward to the success and the continued success of the event going forward.
Now that's a wrap on Pink in the Rink 2021. It was a throwback to 2020. We'll just now look ahead to 2022, and we hope to see you all down at the Peterborough Memorial Center. For Your TV, I'm Dan Malta.